Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. And listen, the NBA season is right here on the cusp, and moves are still being made. Listen, the Boston Celtics, it looks spooky on paper. We're going to break it all down. Jrue Holiday, the Portland Trailblazers, if you're starting to look at the return, it's starting to look like a haul. You know, you're starting to make sense, you know, what we're seeing. And I believe that it's still moves to be made for Portland. They did acquire a guard from Boston that I think could be looking to move on to greener pastures. We're going to break it all down. They could be receiving more. You know, it's starting to make it look like the Miami deal was a joke because they still flipping assets as we speak. You know, they still haven't got the full return for Damian Lillard. This is crazy. I don't think we've seen something like this before. Portland is starting to make their situation look very attractive in the future. It's starting to come together. The Eastern Conference is going down. Damian Lillard out there in Milwaukee. You got Giannis, you got Middleton, and they have a foe now, you know, with the Boston Celtics. These two are going to go down. I believe this is the Eastern Conference Finals matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I don't see any other team in the East that's going to be competitive with them. Everybody seems to be in influx. You know, when you're looking at the Miami Heat, I believe that that arrogance, you know, and I'm going to get into this later on this week, so make sure you stay tuned. The key word with Miami is arrogance that I feel, and I believe it's going to come and bite them in the ass. You know, I think the Miami Heat is going to plummet this season. They will not have the heroics that they had in the playoffs like they did this season. These teams right now, they are too stacked. You know, Jimmy Butler, they got that shit all figured out. He will never do that shit again with these two juggernauts out there, you know, unless they would acquire something. I don't see what move is made for them to get anybody. Are they going to get their hands on James Harden? I don't know. It doesn't seem plausible, especially with Harden looking to move on to Houston or somewhere else where he could be the man. I don't think he wants to go and play with Jimmy, where it's his house. It's time for Harden. He's starting to feel like he needs his own place. But the NBA is starting to get crazy, and the East is, we are moments away. We ain't even get started yet. I got to break this trade down. Make sure you hit the like button if you're new. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV. Listen, I got my man All Access in the building. Dex, talk to the people. We live.
Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest shit in these streets. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat, and big ups to everyone pulling up to Flight Sports TV to witness up close and personal this extravaganza. But before I continue and spread my content, I just want 3 favors. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. Flight, there is a mad arms race in the Eastern Conference. There is a mad arms race in the Eastern Conference of the NBA. And Denver and Jokic is just sitting there witnessing what's going on in the East. And it's start to turn as if the pendulum of power have shifted to the Eastern Conference. And possibility, the two best teams in the NBA could be in the Eastern Conference, and the Eastern Conference championship could be really the NBA Finals. There is a lot to unpack here, Flight. The Milwaukee Bucks, as we know, added Damian Lillard, firepower from a distance. The Boston Celtics just traded for Jrue Holiday. And it doesn't stop there. The Bucks picked up Cameron Payne, so hopefully they can have some stability coming off the bench, because they lost Javon Carter, they lost Malcolm Brogdon, and they gained Damian Lillard, and they gained Cameron Payne. And Jrue Holiday was a big loss as well to the Milwaukee Bucks. But they're not in rebuild mode. The Milwaukee Bucks are in reload mode. The Boston Celtics, you already know the trade that happened with them. They lost their hearts. They still have Horford, but they did lose Grant, and they lost Marcus Smart, former Defensive Player of the Year, the heartbeat and the pulse of the Celtics. But they gained a very smart, articulate, meticulous player in Jrue Holiday, who brings a calming factor when the torrent winds start to blow on the other mean green. So you got two mean greens looking like they could be the potential champions of the NBA next season.
Great call, Dex. Great call. Shout out everybody in the chat. Listen, we got also Purple Baby in the building, but before we get to Purple, I want to discuss the Malcolm Brogdon situation. Like I stated earlier, we still haven't seen the full return yet from the Damian Lillard trade. Portland is still flipping shit out there. I believe Brogdon, I'm hearing the Clippers, I'm hearing other teams. Who knows what they're going to get for him? So I'm telling you, Scoot Henderson, I like what I'm seeing. Robert Williams is looking crazy. I'm telling you. Obviously, they could be going back to the lottery, but what if DeAndre Ayton have one of them seasons? I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, look out for DeAndre Ayton. That's all I'm going to tell you. I ain't going to say shit else. Listen, Purple, what's the deal? It's Flight Sports.
I was shocked, when I woke up today and I seen that. I woke up like 2 hours after the trade had went down and stuff like that. I was surprised that Boston gave up Robert Williams. That was interesting to me, that they did that. And now I'm questioning. I don't question. Well, with Boston, I just question the health of like Porzingis. Jrue Holiday, I'm not worried about because he's pretty decently healthy. But I'm like, outside of Derek White and Al Horford on that bench, I don't think that's going to be enough. So I don't know what Boston is going to do if they decide to flip Derek White, but they're going to have to do something to get that bench. They got to do something because now they don't have nothing, like nothing at all, like
Right.
nothing.
Well, Milwaukee is my favorite. They're not my team. My team is the New York Knicks, so don't let nobody get a mix and screwed. But my team to win the championship is the Milwaukee Bucks. I believe they're going to take it all, and it's going to be. And like I said, I think it's going to be pretty easy. Pause. I don't see Porzingis. I'm not feeling Porzingis. You understand? And for many reasons, I believe he won't even be there when it's time and when it counts. This man got extensive injury issues. He got problems on and off the floor. I'm telling you, something ain't right. And y'all might take it as a joke, but I'm dead serious. When the Boston Celtics need Chris Snacks Porzingis, he will be nowhere to be found. That's all I'm going to let you know. Uncle Vern, what's good?
Hey, what's good? Flight, what's good, Panda?
I can't call it.
Hey, you called it, all right. Hey, I have to agree with you on that Porzingis thing issue. The unicorn. Yeah, the unicorn. No, I can't call him back now. I have to call him the unicorn. I have to agree with you because it's hard to find a lot of them around now. But yeah, Flight, I have to agree with you. The Bucks, man, the Bucks looking good, real good. Flight, barring any injuries, any bad luck, you understand me? I agree with you. I see them coming up out of the East real good, real smooth, and then when there's some more championships. Yeah,
right, and it's all depending on who they meet out west. It could be the Lakers, it could be Denver. We'll see, but I like their chance. It could be Phoenix, but I think they got the firepower to knock out all of them. Right. Giannis is going to be hard to deal with. I don't think people understand that the Eastern Conference have never seen a guard like Damian Lillard. It's been a very long time, and this Jrue Holiday shit. I mean, he cannot stop Damian Lillard. That's all I'm going to let you. This is not back in the days when they had CJ and all that other shit. Damian Lillard is completely unstoppable. You can't. Jrue Holiday has no chance of guard. He couldn't even deal with Jimmy Butler. Are you telling me he's going to be able to deal with Damian? Come on, man. Stop.
Hey, I want to ask the panel this question. Do they see, with Purple Baby? I asked you, Purple Baby, because you did already mention it already. Do you see Boston get better, or you just see they take a step back?
No, I think they definitely got better. They have emerged as they're going to be fighting for the #1 seed in the East, and I don't think it matters with these kind of teams. Do you really think Milwaukee cares if they starting on the road? Do you think Boston cares if they got to start the series off somewhere else? They got the firepower. So, it is what it is. These teams are going to be fighting for the top seed. And I think Milwaukee, they usually always run off with the #1 seed anyway. These teams got to pace themselves too going into the playoffs. They can't just go crazy in the regular season. They still got to take it easy, especially going in. That goes for a lot of teams, not just these two that we're talking about, because everybody got to be ready to go when it counts. A lot of these teams look good on paper. We don't even know if they're going to be around in the playoffs. I'm telling you. Porzingis, I believe he's on collapse watch. That's all I'm going to let you know. Remember, we're going to be talking about this in a few weeks, maybe in a few weeks, but I'm just saying in a few months. We may be talking about, listen, you was right. You was right about this Porzingis. I told you. I'm telling you.
Who is he playing?
He played for the Boston Celtics, and everybody is gassed up. Everybody gassed up behind Porzingis. I'm telling you, y'all gassed up to be failed. I'm telling you. There's a reason why this man been flying all around the league.
I wasn't impressed with New York. I wasn't impressed with it.
Man, he ain't gonna be able to deal with Giannis. Watch.
My only question about Milwaukee is how healthy is Middleton gonna be? That's my only concern.
I agree with that.
A knee injury and stuff like that. So if he stays solid and healthy the rest of the year, I don't really question too much about Milwaukee at all, if anything.
Well, the presence of Dame Lillard there will help alleviate some of the exertion that Middleton, display throughout the season by being such a helpmeet to Giannis. So now you have Damian Lillard there to take away some of that, to alleviate some of the pressure that Middleton would have to face if Damian Lillard wasn't there.
Yeah, from a scoring perspective, I definitely agree. I think you get a better offensive player in terms of scoring, but even then, they still need Middleton to be healthy.
I agree.
Feel bad.
Is he healthy? He healthy. He gonna be playing. He gonna start the season off, Eddie.
Shout out Chief Bartram. Excuse me. We're gonna get back to that. He said that Dame Jrue cooked Dame for that was a long time ago. That's when he was with the Pelicans and with Rondo. Listen, that's not Damian Lillard was still a young player finding his way in the postseason, and Jrue Holiday was elite at that time, which he still is today. But I'm telling you, there's no defense for Damian Lillard. I'm sure there's certain players you just cannot guard them. Like I believe Brandon Ingram. There's no defense set up. Nobody can guard Brandon Ingram. There's a lot of players, and nobody could guard Carmelo Anthony. You understand? There's a lot of players in the league.
Oh my
today.
God, he
There
went
is
all the way
no
to Carmelo
defense.
Anthony.
There is no defense that's set up to deal with this person. I'm telling you, nothing. Nobody can deal with him.
I got
Can we leave out the Knicks trauma?
What you saying? Same thing with Jokic. There's a couple of players in this league where everybody's trying to figure out how to stop this person, there is no way to stop this person to deal with this person. You know, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all gonna see.
I got a question for you, Dex. You really believe that the East, when it comes down to the playoffs and the finals, the conference finals, that the East will get more viewership than the West?
I don't think so. I don't think that, if Boston is present, it would help. But no, I don't think they get more viewership than the West. But what I'm saying is that the pendulum of power have switched to the East over the West. And Denver and Nikola Jokic is sitting there looking at all of these power moves being played with two perimeter playoff teams and serious contenders in Milwaukee and Boston, the two mean greens. And it just looked like it could be green pasture for both of those teams. They could run amok in the East because what's there right now? Philly is the loser. Philly is a loser. Philly didn't do anything. You got a disgruntled superstar in Philly. So it looks like they're going to have a tumultuous season if they don't right their ship. Brooklyn, they're just a bunch of scattered players. And when you look at Miami, can they duplicate what they did last season? Could they actually continue in that wave? I highly doubt it. And when you look at who else is left out there in the East that looks pretty prominent? Nobody. Chicago ain't doing nothing. Toronto ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
Atlanta's not doing nothing. The Knicks, they can have their fisticuffs, but they not, going to advance anywhere past the second round. And Cleveland might be an outside dark horse.
Okay, thank you, Dex. You said you give them an outside dark horse. I thought they was going to be at least an inside dark horse.
Yo, listen, I will say the Knicks, listen, I want to tell y'all something right now. Now, I ain't saying the Knicks gonna do something crazy, but listen, RJ Barrett, he coming off something. Hold on. Hear me out. RJ Barrett, he was just wilding out there. Listen, my man Brunson listen. We got defensive pressure. We play Giannis very tough. That's one thing I can admit for the New York Knicks. Now, what can Tom Thibodeau orchestrate for Damian Lillard? I just don't know. But I'm telling you, the Knicks, they're a nasty, ferocious, old school basketball team, and they can make things very ugly. So that's all I'm gonna say. And they play Boston pretty tough. So they could be They could be a scare. They could be a scare. Don't be surprised the Knicks the third seed. Or something. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's New York trauma. You purging right now, but it's okay.
Hold on. Is it a shock if they're the third seed?
Yes, it'll be an ontological shock. Damn right, it's a shock.
No, that was the fourth.
Of course.
Oh man.
Yeah, they overplayed their hand. And listen, Cleveland thought they were just going to ooze by New York, and they woke up to a rude awakening. I think Cleveland will be prepared coming this season. But nevertheless, go back to New York. Who knocked New York out the playoffs last season, Flight?
Miami.
Man, listen.
Hold on. Flight is only one flight. Who knocked the New York Knicks out of the playoff last season, Flight?
Listen, the Miami Heat.
Okay, hold on, wait, stop there. Don't rush it. Pump your brakes, young man. So, who on the Miami Heat that Tom Thibodeau schemed for?
Well, I will say this. This is every year we have these Cinderella basketball teams. I believe in the postseason. Jimmy Butler, it just they got hot at the right time, and we all know.
Who did Tom Thibodeau scheme for?
Listen, Tom Thibodeau clearly got caught in the crosshairs of Jimmy. But what I will say
Okay,
is this: anybody who
okay.
stood front in the East was
Right,
going to lose to
right.
Jimmy Butler.
We can
They
break
just
it down
happened to
just a
be the
little
Knicks
more.
then. Go ahead.
If you say he schemed for Jimmy, right,
Right.
and it didn't work, how is he going to scheme for Giannis, Middleton, and Damian Lillard? If he couldn't scheme for one
Well, listen.
and
Styles make
get by that
fights.
one.
Styles make fights, man. Styles make fights. We don't know. We have to see. It's hard to tell.
Okay,
But all I
I'm
know
just
is the
following the
Knicks play
data. That's
Giannis.
all I'm doing,
That's
Flight.
all I tell you.
When it
That's all
comes to
I'm
the
telling
New
you.
York Knicks, you gotta follow the data because we know New York Knicks fans and their fan base are super delusional.
Well, listen, we'll have to find out. The game's got to get played. So, but nonetheless, the Eastern Conference clearly is top heavy. With the Knicks, they not even. I don't believe that they in the realm of the teams we're talking about right now. They at the. I would think they at the second tier. Fighting for that situation. Could they scare one of them? Who knows? But with Philly and influx, like you just said earlier, why can't the Knicks or another team emerge in that role? What's going on with Miami? We act like Miami was at the top of the food chain. This team was in the play-in. I don't know if people remember this. Who's to say that they even gonna make the goddamn playoffs? I'm not, I wouldn't say that they're gonna be 100.
It's gonna be tough for
Miami
Miami.
Heat is gonna be a 100 basketball team next year.
I agree with that. It's gonna be tough for Miami.
Dog Miami like they was the big three Miami. They're gonna get violated. That's how I'm gonna let you know. If you're a Heat fan, it's gonna be hard.
But we don't know what's going to shake up because there's still things to be shaken up. I don't think these 30 teams are finished trying to improve their roster and improve their chances. So we'll see. But all I'm saying is if everything stayed the same, I don't see the New York Knicks getting past the first round.
Yeah. Hey, Dexter.
You say you don't see who going past the first round?
New York Knicks.
Well, we have to see the matchup. We have to see.
You better hope they play Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know. They might beat Atlanta. You never know.
Yeah, I think they could beat Atlanta.
Yeah, me too. I think they could beat some teams like that. Obviously, they beat down the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's see what they're gonna do. I'm excited for this season to see what these teams are gonna make out and who gonna step up to the plate. Who's gonna be the surprise team?
I'm gonna put some money on Cleveland in the over. I think Cleveland is at 47. I think Cleveland can get 49 to 50 wins next season. Because they will have this will be the second waltz with Mitchell and Darius. This will be their second waltz, and hopefully I'll be right on this one. So I'm going to lay a little something on Cleveland to go over the number of wins.
Right.
Go ahead, Purple.
The Purple, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, if any of y'all want to make a comment, but somebody just said in the chat that Malcolm Brogdon is getting traded. I firmly do believe that. Let's see if he'll land with Miami.
Malcolm Brogdon already got traded.
He did?
But to me,
yes.
No, I know he's on Portland.
Oh, you said from Portland? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Portland. Listen, he don't want to stay there.
No, I don't think he's going to stay there.
No, they're going to trade him again. That's going to be the final asset of this Damian Lillard trade. That's what I said. They're not even done flipping the assets.
Yeah, I agree.
So Brogdon, I don't know about the Clippers. Somebody gonna get him. Who knows what they're gonna bring back? They could probably bring back some more role players.
Yeah, that's true. Brogdon can't stay healthy. But what I was about to say, Miami needs somebody that can score, be a leading scorer. Who
is it besides Harden?
Nobody.
Why the hell would Philadelphia trade with Miami? That's just stupid. I don't know what's gonna happen. These teams just gonna fall off.
Scorer, I think went to Milwaukee, so they got to figure out what they're gonna do. But they need somebody that can consistently score Because like I said, Jimmy, as talented as he is, Jimmy Butler is a number 2 player. Like, he can be somebody's number 2. He needs a good number 1. And right now that player is not out there for trade. So, because the only people that's left is James Harden. And they already came out and said they don't want James. So it ain't nobody really left. You got to put a whole bunch of like Buddy Hield type players together and hopefully consistently day in and day out they can come in big for you. You know, they just need some guys that can, you know, not just shoot but can score when it really matters to give a break off of Jimmy as a scorer.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
But listen, Miami, to me personally, they're in a world of trouble. I just think that, like I stated, the arrogance. See, this is going to be my theme for Miami probably for a while, the arrogance, until they prove me wrong. I really believe that this guy, Pat Riley, Jimmy, they really believe that they're going to go ahead and beat the goddamn Milwaukee Bucks. They think they're going to go ahead and beat, but they really believe this. You know, they believe with the team that they got right now, they go in there and take their ass out. You know, that's how they feel. You know, I think they are making a dangerous mistake.
And you know what, Flight?
What?
They keep in mind that they lost one of their impactful shooters in Matt Strus. You know, he's a Cleveland Cavalier now, so he's going to help Mitchell and Garland as he helps spread the floor. And I don't know, man. Miami, I don't know. Miami must got something going that we just don't know just yet.
But
for them to feel the way they feel.
But they really couldn't pull that deal off, though. They tried for Dame. They really got screwed on that one. As you can see, Tyler Hero, well, I don't mean to cut nobody off, but Tyler Hero was going to be like the guy they traded. It was like Tyler Hero versus Jrue, you know, and clearly Jrue was more valuable because look what they got. You know, Hero would have never got no return like that. Nobody was looking for him, and this dude was hurt. You know, that hurt his situation too. If he was healthy and led the team to the finals, they probably could have pulled off something similar. But it's just that was messed up on his part.
Go ahead, Purple.
The problem in Miami, which nobody is really trying to admit to, Miami just had a whole bunch of guys that could shoot. And that's all Tyler Hero is. He's a decent shooter, a high volume shooter that shoots the ball a lot. They needed a Dame or a younger James Harden type of guy. Like, that's not working. And like somebody said, for them to have the success that they had over the last couple of years in terms of playoff translation success, that was good because they, like, when you look at Miami compared to the other teams, they didn't have, Jimmy is one of those guys. They just didn't have enough because even with Bam's consistent, but even Bam's not enough. They needed someone else.
Okay, when you say not enough, what are you referring to? Season, playoffs, or the finals?
Like when you look at them against Denver. As we watched in the finals, I think Bam had his first 2 games was really good, but that first game in particular, if I remember correctly, he had a really, really good game. And if I remember correctly, Jimmy didn't shoot so well or something like that. And even with Bam having as good as a game as he did, Miami couldn't even win that game. So, both of those guys are impactful, but they needed somebody to keep up. They were small, so that didn't help Miami. But they needed somebody to keep up with the scoring output of Jokic. Like, Bam and Jimmy wasn't enough. And Jamal Murray, of course. Like, they had a whole bunch of shooters. Like, shooters just shoot at the end of the day.
I mean, when you speak about the NBA Finals, I mean, they did beat Denver one time. There was one of the few teams that beat Denver. Denver had a sordid record of 16-4 going through that playoff, and they were just blitzing everybody. And we already know what they did to my Lakers. Oh, my God. I'm still having headaches and nightmares over that. But nevertheless, they had enough to get to that point, right? So do you think they overachieved? Do you think it was just Jimmy Hustle that willed him to that situation and he doesn't have that kind of energy to replicate that? this coming season?
It's a little bit of
Is that
that.
what you mean?
No, it's a little bit of Jimmy having a good thing. But if we honestly be honest, as people was mad that Jimmy won the conference MVP when they said Caleb Martin should have won it. If you look all throughout those Miami series, Jimmy did have some good games and a good series, right? But if you notice, Caleb Martin on that team, part of that team is used as a shooter. Max Strus is a shooter. Gabe Vincent is a shooter. They didn't, yes, they were scoring as they made those shots, but they didn't have any scorers really outside of Jimmy Butler and Bam for real. And Jimmy and Bam are both like, oh, I don't like,
Scrappers, they scrappers.
yeah, like what? Like I felt bad for Jimmy because people tell me, oh, he's not a top 15 player. You see, like it's hard for me to explain, but I
Yeah,
know what
I understand what you're really getting at. Jimmy and Bam are scrap scores. They get it how they live. You know, it's not nothing just really just like they can just go out there and just pattern their game, and this is what you're going to get. You really don't know what you're going to get from Jimmy. All you know, you're going to get hard playing basketball.
right. Like when they took, I think it was Denver when they kind of took his mid range away. Like a lot of people feel like he didn't go at Gordon like he should have, Aaron Gordon, but they kind of took his bread and butter away a little bit. Denver in his mid range, and all it was left was shooters. And they constantly said, if those shooters don't hit them shots, Miami is going to lose. And sure enough, yeah, they got the one game. Even with Bam having some good games here and there, it wasn't enough. Like they needed a guy that, like they need a
But
Damian.
Purple, it
James,
was hard for anybody to be enough against that Denver team, that
yeah,
healthy Denver team.
like
They were just destined to do what they was going to do. And I had
I
them
would
picked. Remember, I picked them to do it.
I would dare to say that Zach LaVine might have even helped, maybe better than That's why when people kept
Zach
saying, "Oh,
Levine.
they don't need Tyler Hero, they doing fine," and I kept saying, "Yes, they do," because if Jimmy's not scoring, yeah, he can play making. Of course, he's a good defender, but it's the scoring part. Like Bam needed help. Like when Jimmy, they didn't have nobody to, they had a whole bunch of shooters, basically, a whole bunch of guys that are, well, they still role players on Miami, but on the Lakers, how Gabe Vincent is going to play his role. They're not going to depend on him to be a scorer. They're going to count on him to hit knockdown shots, whether they're threes, twos, whatever. Good to the free throw line.
Complimentary. You said you speaking about complimentary.
Yeah. And Miami has, and it's a wonderful job that the organization has done. But sometimes you really need the talent. Like you really need talent to compete with these upper echelon
That's
teams.
true, of course, yes. And for flight, the Knicks was the 5th seed, not the 4th seed. I just think everybody needed help last season. Only person that didn't need help was a team that eventually won the championship, and that was Denver.
Right.
Yeah, they beat
Like,
the 4th seed. You're right about that. There was the 4th seed hovering around a few years ago facing Atlanta. I might have got mixed and screwed.
Yeah, yeah.
Pardon.
Now, Zach LaVine, you inserted Zach LaVine in the conversation. I don't think the Bulls is even entertaining giving up Zach LaVine for anything right now. I think they're gonna hold pat with Zach LaVine. The last time I was in Chicago, in the Chicago area, that's all I saw on billboards was Zach LaVine, and his billboard postage went all the way to Gary, Indiana.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, in reference to saying, oh, they didn't need Tyler Hero, and I'm like, that's a mistake, because when you look around the floor, Cody Martin, as good as he's became, is a shooter whenever you get done, and he can play some defense. I ain't gonna take nothing away from him, but that tandem, you seen what it was like when he wasn't hitting his shots and his shots wasn't falling. His defense really didn't mean much, really. Like, that's tough.
Well, Miami lost some crucial pieces also, so they're not going to be the same. Like the Gabe Vincent, he's not there. He's playing on the West, and Matt Strus is not there. He's playing against their enemy in the same conference. So,
but
I don't see Miami being any better than it was last season, and I think they won less than 45 games last season because Miami was a play-in team, so
Right.
they probably barely clipped 500 if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Let me look it up. 'Cause I forgot how
Yeah,
much.
they didn't have no good record. You know,
Uh,
they struggled to get into the play-in. It just Miami was built for the playoffs. That's what's good
right.
about Miami.
Miami won 44 games. They were 44 and
Mhm. Yeah, barely over 500, right?
yeah,
There's only
530.
82 games.
Yeah, they ended with a win percentage, sorry, of 537.
Yeah, there was 2 games over 500, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because yeah, well, 82.
I
No,
just
there was 3 games over 500. Excuse me, there was 3 games over 500. So that's barely over 500,
like I'm gonna be
and
honest.
they made it as far as they did.
I'm gonna be honest. I never known like I knew, of course, everybody's aware that Dwayne Wade was a Miami Heat player, but they was like when you look at Pat Riley, he don't really be spending like that. He don't really get really good quality talent and trade for quality talent. He's always have like what is that called, grassroots, like get players. It's good to go get guys that teams ain't looking at and you build them up, you rebuild that game or whatever, but at the end of the day, like you still need talent is talent. And when like for them to take Boston 7 games, yes, that was impressive, but what did that say about Boston, really? And they two star guys, Brown and Tatum. Like, what did it? I think it said more about Boston than it did Miami. Because there's no way that series should have went 7 games.
I think the buyout market is in. Don't it start after the break? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the All Star break, right?
If I'm not mistaken. But yeah, but see, you got to remember the 2 teams that represented the Eastern Conference as top 2 was Milwaukee and Boston, right?
Right,
And
right.
these are the ones looks like they're vying once again to be the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference from the moves that they are making. But they just happen to be they just happen to get disappointed by the Miami Heat. Both of these teams lost to the Miami Heat. And now they making power moves
Right.
so they can fight off each other for supremacy of the Eastern Conference. And nobody else don't seem to be making any moves.
Could they afford to make the moves next, though? I mean, we know
I,
Miami
I don't
wise.
know.
It's a mess. It's a mess in Philly right now. It's a mess.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Philly kind of stagnated, right? Because
Yeah.
they in a conundrum with James Harden, you know, and that right there is just James Harden just a stickler. You know, I don't understand what he's trying to do right now with his career and his legacy. But nevertheless, Milwaukee and Boston, it just seemed to separate themselves from the rest of the league. I mean, the rest of the Eastern Conference. It's just like Milwaukee, Boston, Boston, Milwaukee, then the rest. And everybody fisticuff to try to get that 3rd seed.
Right.
Because it don't look like a shoe-in for Philly to be a 3rd seed or 2nd seed or even compete with the 2 mean green teams.
I
Philly's
don't
just
think
like
they'll be
removing themselves out of that conversation.
I don't think they'll be like if you put them into tiers. I think Boston and Milwaukee is the first tier, and then the second tier of teams is like, unfortunately, I hate to say it, is New York, Cleveland, and Philly, and then
Yeah,
that fourth
right.
tier,
They're bunched
like
together. Yes, that's it.
yeah,
That's the
like my
second tier, and then the 3rd tier is just the rest.
yeah,
Atlanta, you know,
yeah, Miami,
Brooklyn,
yeah,
you know,
Brooklyn,
yeah,
Charlotte,
Miami.
yeah, teams
No,
like
not
that.
Charlotte. Don't you dare do that. Don't you
Put
dare
them in the
scoop Charlotte up in there in that conversation as a 3rd tier.
you
You know
don't think
Charlotte's
the
bottom
third tier
feeders.
team?
Charlotte is bottom feeder. Stop it, Purple. They down
Okay.
there with the crabs and the lobsters and the oysters and the clams. They down scraping the bottom of the ocean. All that foliage down there.
Now
That's Charlotte.
now I'm gonna tell you this. This is, I think, the second season. Yeah, I know for sure it's the second season in a row. I think Patrick Beverly done said it twice already. Do you believe the pace, and we know competition wise, sometimes the West is more difficult. But do you think the pace is different from the Eastern Conference teams to the Western Conference?
Yes, I do.
Because I
I
keep
do.
hearing players say it's harder to play in the West. When you go out in the East, it's easier. And I'm like, dang, I'm gonna have to really pay attention this year. Not to the pace, but to like how many games? How many when the West go against each other, how many games, how close are the games versus the East?
Well, I don't think the West plays a stout defense like the East.
Mm-hmm.
And it seemed like historically the West has always been up and down about
Mm-hmm.
scoring. It seemed like the NBA wants to globally within the NBA, I'm talking about within the states, globally within the states, make it a showtime every night because that's the apex of entertainment. It's going up and down that court, doing highlight things, you know, jumping out the gym and all this type of stuff. And it's difficult to maintain that when you have a slow down offense. When
Right.
everything is based on slow moving and methodical. And that's what the East kind to basically that's what the East, they love to permeate that style of basketball for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because the Boston Celtics, the Boston Celtics has been legendary. They've been running the East for all this time. So everybody replicated that style of basketball with Boston Celtics because they got 17 championships. And then in the West, it's the polar opposite because you got the Lakers on the other end of that spectrum and they have 17, but their 17 basically been running up and down the court, doing, showing out for the audience and things of that nature, and that still got them 17. So Golden State came in with all that shooting and ball movement and that UCLA style offense, and look where it got them. So it's still movement, it's still fast paced, but it's more designed than the Lakers was. The Lakers just up and down, and Magic just find open man on the wing.
Right.
Whereas now you got Curry running around mimicking Reggie Miller, right? Mimicking Reggie Miller to some degree, Dragan Petrovic, and what's that other boy, Mark Price, but he's just doing it at a more elite level. But it's still motion, it's still excitement, it's still movement going on. The ball
Right.
is not stuck with one player, like i.e. Carmelo Anthony.
That's funny.
The OG black hole,
Yeah,
Carmelo Anthony.
I'm on top 75. Make sure you add that. That's good. That.
Like you don't never mention that part up. You leave that out. You leave that out on purpose.
What the top
The black
75?
hole, the black hole syndrome.
Hold on. But then you got to add the top 75 at the end of it.
Yeah. No. I like Carmelo. Carmelo, good people, man.
Man,
Who is this?
unbelievable, man. Crazy player. Too bad your Lakers got him late. But it is
Well,
what
that
it
was a
is. It would have been
favorite.
nice to see him.
But you know what? I did see Carmelo play. I seen Carmelo play in my lifetime, like as a Laker. I never got the chance to see him play as a Denver Nugget. I never got a chance to see him to play as a Syracuse Orangeman. I never got a chance to see him play as the New York Knickerbockers. But as a Laker, I seen him live in color in 3D. Yes, I saw Carmelo just sit out there on the 3-point line, moving 3 feet left, 3 feet right, and waiting on LeBron to kick the ball out to him. I see it.
Was you impressed?
He didn't play bad. He wouldn't play bad. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't, it wasn't like I was impressed. nor was I disappointed. I just noticed that was his job, was to be on the arc and move 3 feet left and 3 feet right, regardless of what side of the court he was on.
All
And I
right.
was like, wow, that's interesting. He don't even really move.
Yeah.
But he scored, I think, 16 points though. I think that day he scored 16 points. It was a Brooklyn-led James Harden, and they beat the Lakers. Patty Mills killed the Lakers with all those 3 pointers, and it was a good game. And I just thought Carmelo Anthony. I was like, wow, I finally saw Carmelo Anthony play some basketball. You know what I'm saying? All the time I go to Laker game, I never got opportunity to see Carmelo Anthony until his last year in the league. Right? That was his last year in the league, correct?
I
Hey,
think so.
Man, yeah.
who's that?
Oh, it was LA, wasn't it? Yeah, it was LA. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was LA.
I got a question for y'all. How
Okay.
how important is mental health in general?
Important?
Like, how important to you is it in general?
I think it's everything.
It is
Because if your
everything.
mind ain't in it, you ain't gonna win it.
Yeah. Because of the help, especially because of the pressures that you have on them. You have to perform, you have to improve, and you have to because you in the NBA you ain't really ain't gonna last long. So you like it's so much pressure on you. So by being a lot of pressure on you, it's a lot of people that come out, even like coming out of college and everything else like that, going into the pros. You have to step your game up, and then you have to be mentally and physically focused and everything like that, and financially and everything like that. So those things, you have to overcome those things. So those things are going to be hard. And even the social life, that's going to be hard. The whole thing is going to be difficult. So you have to maneuver, you have to maintain, but you have to maneuver through those things because you don't have to take everything that's out there in front of you, but anybody else would in that situation. I would think so. Mentally, yeah,
Yeah,
it'll drive you crazy. One of that.
yeah. And Trent, you can even go back all the way to Starberry if you want to know what mental health is, how serious mental health is. This dude
No, I
was
was
out
just
here
thinking
eating
about
Vaseline.
well, pause. I was just thinking about that about Stephon Marbury the other day, man, because I'm thinking about telling some stories on Steph because I think that I don't like how the NBA trying to write Stephon Marbury off, and I think that there's a lot of kids, today y'all see the bullshit, but y'all got to understand this man was a New York City basketball legend. From Coney Island, we got to pay homage, man. I mean, this man did a lot in China. I mean, 2 statues. The NBA just didn't like him due to a lot of things with Larry Brown. Stephon Marbury's story is very powerful. I might have said a little too much on here. So maybe tomorrow we'll see motherfuckers pulling out Marbury documentaries and stories and all kind of shit. But just know where it came from. Y'all got to
Well,
start coming up with your own cities as well. Some of y'all from some world-renowned cities with some world-renowned athletes and entertainers. Y'all need to start digging up the history there. Starberry is New York City basketball gold. You understand? And like I said, we'll see. Wait till tomorrow. We're gonna
and
find out
Flight,
Marbury shit. Go ahead.
they've been pissed at Starberry since the departure from the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yes, Marbury the NBA don't fuck with Marbury. Just period. He's just completely
He
blackballed,
left.
and
He
he
left
shit on
KJ.
LeBron. Go ahead.
Yeah, he left KJ. So they didn't really like him since then.
They don't never bring up
Uh,
Marbury. They act like he
the
don't exist, like he wasn't a multi-time All-Star.
I said KJ. I mean
Doing
KG.
all kind
KG.
of
Excuse
shit.
me.
Man,
I meant KG, not KJ. KG. When he
man.
left KG, he broke up that partnership with that young core. They've been on his helmet ever since.
Yeah, that he went to New York. They tried to finish him in New York.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, with Larry Brown, Isaiah. I mean,
Yep.
y'all should hear. His story is
His home
powerful, man.
city.
For real.
His home city. Try to disgrace him.
Yeah, they damn near finished him. He should have never
only
went to New York.
only reason why I asked that because have you been seeing what's going on with Kai Jones?
Oh, of course. Absolutely. We put something out on Mr. Jones. You know,
Now, my
Kai
question
Jones, there's something wrong with him.
I think Greg Brown the second was a teammate of his or something like that, and I don't know where he was and who asked him. I just had seen the headline, but on the headline it read that Greg Brown said, and this was a recent interview, that Kai always been like that. He don't understand why Charlotte didn't know he was
Okay.
like that, and I
Well, he's
know
gonna be like that on another team because this team don't have
that's
time
true.
for bullshit.
That
You know,
that's true.
yeah.
And that's true. But I was like, okay, because we know in the NFL, they highlighted, they mental. I think it's the Wonder Lit test. I think I said that name wrong, but I don't know if the NBA do that process does something similar, because it's like he know Kai Jones shouldn't be thrown away, but if he don't want the help, you can't make somebody go get help. But it's like, was they aware that he acts this way? And you still chose to draft him in the first round on the 20th, and invest all your time and resources into him.
Purple Baby, what's wrong with him? What's wrong with Clyde? What's wrong with it? The one when he like, what you mean? He's like Dennis Rodman or something. You try to say something like that. What are you insinuating, though? I don't understand. Well, why you say he got a psychological problem?
I'm not saying that. I don't know what's wrong with him. I just know he been saying that he better than Miles Bridges and LaMelo, and I think he said something about LeBron James and stuff like that for about a week now.
Oh, he crazy.
Now he just been
Yeah, that'll get him kicked out. Talking about LeBron James about now.
Yeah, well, be better than him. I mean, you shut up or put up. But if you step up there. I mean,
and then
I like to hear that.
But it's a lot of NBA players that have issues, but they just keep it together within the lines. And Kai Jones don't seem to be keeping it together in the lines because he has a piss poor performance rating. It's not like Dennis Rodman, who went out and married himself. I mean, how kooky can you be to go out and marry yourself, right? And but when he get on the court, when Dennis Rodman is in between those lines, he's performing at an elite level. And Kai Jones is nowhere near that when he gets on the court. He start doing dumber shit.
He don't even show flashes.
Yeah, you don't even show flashes. He had that one. Listen, Kai Jones was trending, and I'm talking about he was trending hard in the summer league when he dunked on Victor Wembanyama. That should have been the calling card for Kai Jones to get his shit together, because now people are watching you. You dunked on the best thing since sliced bread in recent years.
Right.
And that propelled coach Popovich to play him harder that next game against Portland so he can redeem himself and get his confidence back, because Kai Jones shook the foundation of that man's spine.
Okay. Yeah, Wes was a young man. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't crazy. Just feeling himself. He's still young. Maybe he do have it in him. He just got to bring it out. Confidence bring that out. That ain't mental health. Yeah, that's good mental health. That's good. If he talking crazy like that, that's good.
Listen. Yeah. You got to see. You have to see him on his thing. So Ghost. I kind of disagree. I agree, but disagree when it comes to Kai Jones. Now, for any other player who's talking like that, Ghost, yes, I could say, yeah, you're supposed to think better of yourself. But the man, not only is he delusional, he's believing his own delusion. I mean, it's not like he's just trolling. It's one thing if you're just going to troll and just make fun on your IG. He's serious, and then he go off and do goofy shit behind that.
Yeah, well,
so that's why he got dismissed from the team. It's not because he just said that I'm better than this, I'm better than that. No.
Hey, Jason, let me say this before I forget it. Purple Baby, I appreciate you saying that, because you just brought awareness to the situation. They getting these young boys up out of school. These young boys ain't ready yet. That's what it is. They ain't ready unless they ain't ready in their mind. Yeah, I think, like I said before, yes, mental health has a big problem to do with it. They getting these kids and they not ready for life yet, and what life is bringing on to them. That's what I meant by that, Purple Baby. Yes, it's the NBA fault. It ain't the kids' fault. It's the NBA fault.
I
This
don't know
young,
if it's the NBA fault. I don't know that because when you at a certain age, I mean, you know what's right, what's wrong. You know how to conduct yourself if you really want to. You know how to
I,
keep yourself in reality and keep yourself grounded
I don't
if you
agree with
want to.
that, Dex.
Because
coming up.
listen, Uncle
How
Vern, you
old
say
you?
you don't agree with it, right?
How old would you say he is? This person that we
Hold on,
speaking of,
hold on 1 second,
what
Uncle
would
Vern.
be
You
his
said you
age?
don't agree with it, right? Is
What is
Kai
his age?
Jones? How long Kai Jones been in the league? 3 years, right?
I
Kai
don't
Jones.
even know his
This is
age.
Yeah, Kai Jones been in the league 3 years. Now
Okay,
you
so he's
telling me
28
that
years old.
every hold on, Uncle Bert. We want to use some critical thinking. So you telling me that every third year player becomes a crackpot since you blaming the NBA?
No, what I'm saying is he haven't
It's
grew
case
up.
by case, right?
Well, see, this is what I mean. You act like he came into the NBA like he had it all together. My point is they bringing him in and they ain't got it all together. That's my
I
whole
told
point.
you guys this a long time ago about Kai
I
Jones.
mean, well, what is the
I
argument
don't
about?
know
I'm talking about
if
players.
anybody was
I'm talking about
listening.
individual
I
young
said a long
players.
time ago, something wrong with Kai Jones. I watched him from the bench. And the guy never seemed to take it serious the game he was playing.
Okay.
He wanna remember I said they were over there on the bench playing footsies and all that type of stuff. And when it's come time out and the coach go over to talk, they're not even going up to the huddle.
Yeah.
You should be one of the main persons in the freaking huddle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, okay. That falls on the player. That falls on the what's the
I
name?
just didn't know it was this bad, Uncle Vern. I swear. I didn't know it was this bad with him, but I knew something was off with this guy. I said, something wrong with Kai
I
Jones,
mean,
man.
what
It's
did
like
they
he's
do?
always
What did
laughing
they
and
do? Suspend him?
playing games and
What did they
playing in
do?
people's hair. Like,
What did they?
dude,
I can't actually. What did they do?
what?
Suspend him? Or what happened? What is this situation? I don't see. I don't know
Well,
what's going
they
on.
dismissed him from the team. I don't know if they worded as suspension, but they dismissed him from the team indefinitely. So there's no timetable when he's coming back. And you
Yeah.
got to keep in mind that this is a whole new thing right now, right? Michael Jordan sold the team. They're trying to insert new culture. They have new owners. You have to take this thing serious because there's going to be a falling away. Right now, Charlotte is going through the process of elimination. They're trying to figure out who really wants to be here, who really wants to rein in a new culture under these two owners, and who wants to start winning, who wants to think about winning. You have to do this. And LaMelo has separated himself from a lot of those players, in case
Yeah,
you didn't know.
I noticed that
Yeah.
too. And that's good.
It's not a good look. I'm happy for LaMelo Ball, and they need to put the right people around him. Miles Bridges is getting back. I think he's gonna be a force. Listen, he could be sixth man of the year, especially if he's coming off the bench. That's what it looks like. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but let's see. It's looking like Miles gonna be coming off the bench because I'm seeing projected lineups coming from Charlotte, and I don't even see Miles even coming up starting. I think that's crazy. But we all
He's
know
gonna
the
be
politics
suspended for
behind
10
that.
games. Of course, he's
Right.
not gonna like. He's
Yeah, he's
suspended
suspended for
for
that
10
first 10 games.
No, I'm talking about when he gets back.
games. We all know PJ going to the bench.
I don't know. We'll see.
And then I guess Cody Martin dealing with a knee issue. I'm like, that's not good.
His ass on his way out too, because like I said, they reining in a new culture, and they don't need no sickle fit like Cody Martin anymore. That was under the Michael Jordan regime. He's still part of that remnants of Devontae Graham and all that want to be company guy and want to be the buffer between player, coach, and administration and things of that nature.
Yeah.
So that stuff in the end, these two owners, they're basketball fans, and they're from the East Coast. I think one's from Boston and one's from New York. And they just not going to tolerate any foolishness. And especially the one from Boston who already been in the Charlotte organization, and he knows the inner working of Charlotte, and he's going to basically, share with the other owner, his partner, like, dude, this is what really has been going on in here, and this is what we need to get rid of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey, Dex. What I'm sorry. Go ahead, Purple Baby.
no, I'm laughing at Bartran because he said He told Dex, he said the Carolina contract is over. That's funny.
Yep, Rick Schnall from New York, exactly. And Palinka's from Maine. Yeah, it's from Maine. Yeah, he's from upstate Maine. Yeah, but I think he grew up a Boston Celtic fan, if I'm not
There's a lot of
mistaken.
money. There's a lot of money flowing around there right now.
Yep. And they did J. Cole. I don't know why Drake announced it, but they I guess when he was in Carolina for his concert, I guess they said Drake said that J. Cole said that it's gonna be big things happening in Charlotte this season. And I'm like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
And that was another thing. I'm glad Bartran did bring that up, the Carolina connection. That was some of the craziest. Oh my God! If you didn't play for Duke, Wake Forest, North Carolina, you wasn't getting on that team, man. Mike ain't gonna extend you. And this is why they've been. I mean, they got lucky with what's the boy from Connecticut, Kimball Walker, the New York Blacktop King. You know, they was fortunate, and they still screwed over him. He was their only attraction, and I've seen him play also. And boy, did he put a whooping on my Lakers! And Kobe was on the court when he did it. Kimball Walker had like 42 points that game. I could have sworn he was a Laker because all the announcer kept saying was, Kimball Walker, 2 points. Kimball Walker from 3. Kimball Walker, drive, layup, and foul. Kimball Walker, 2. I was like, good gracious. We hearing his name more. We hear Jeremy Lin and Kobe Bryant, for crying out loud. Yeah, I'm glad that Carolina connection is over. Oh, my God, that was ruining that little team down there. And we all know that the Charlotte Hornets had the best jerseys in the NBA. So you can rock their jerseys. But, man, oh, my God. I'm over it.
That was funny. Yeah, we hope, because I'm like, Lord Jesus, they got I said Cody, I meant Kate, whatever brother it is, Caleb, Cody, whatever.
No, it's Cody. Cody Martin is in Charlotte.
Yeah.
And he's the company guy. Trust me, I know. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Boy,
All
they
he do was try to hang around Coach. Every little chance he got. Sit your ass down,
Do
dude.
you think after this season that the new ownership will bring Clifford back?
No.
I don't know. I guess this is Clifford's audition. If you're gonna stay or go, it's on you, Cliffy.
That's all it is. They got to go past him because he's not that kind of coach. They already know that. They know they can't go forward. They can't put him to no contract, nothing like that. They have to change with that. But they have to see what's happening with this year, though, Purple Baby.
Yeah.
But
I don't know Gemini. I just know that they said, I don't know what his percentage is, but I know they say he's supposed to be real active around that stadium. That's what I heard. Or that arena, excuse me.
Who is that you talking about?
J. Cole.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you only have a small percentage. I mean, you probably do free concerts.
It's gonna be a good look. It's gonna be a good look. You always gotta have a good place like that around.
They need the baby. They need the baby too. The baby need to be up in there too. Now we need a little edge.
Hey, Dex.
That's a lot of strong power though, Dex. The baby, J. Cole. I mean,
Yep, they need a little edge up in there.
Hey, Dex. Hey, Dex, look here. This we go back to the question I wanted to ask you a while back ago. Remember I told you with Michael Jordan, they was on his way out. He wasn't gonna be making no changes and nothing like that. He wasn't gonna have nothing to do with the program and anything like that. Especially when it came down to that draft pick. That's what I'm trying to get at with the draft pick. With the rookie, bringing in the rookie. Okay. Now you see when I said that Michael Jordan did even if he wanted to, he couldn't mess that up because it wasn't his choice.
I mean, behind the curtains, I don't know. But all I know is that publicly, Michael Jordan said he's going to stay on until after free agency.
That's my point with this and that. See, you can't listen to me. Let me get right back to that to make myself clear. Remember when it came down to that goddamn pick, and I said, look here, Michael Jordan got to do what them people say. I don't care what he's doing what they say. He might won't scoot out there to be out there and take up his name and everything else. It ain't up to him. Remember when I said that?
Yeah, I remember you said that. Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah. I bet you them people with more ownership coming in. That's state thing. Michael Jordan is gone. You didn't agree with that, did you, Dex?
Yeah,
It ain't
I
the
didn't
fact
really
that he
agree
got
with it to the
52.
point
It ain't
because
the fact that he got percentage of this or percentage of that. He ain't got nothing to say to what them guys, what you just mentioned about Cole and the rest of
no.
the other guy.
Well,
So
only
it
thing
ain't
I'm
Michael
saying is this
Jordan
right
ain't
here.
the game no more, right? That's what I mentioned you did, Dex, and that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying now.
yeah. Listen,
He's
you
out of
could
the
be right,
picture.
Vern.
He's out of
You
the
could be
picture.
right. You
Well,
could be
he's
right
out
on
of the
this.
picture. Yeah, he's out of the
Yeah,
picture.
you could be right. You could
Yeah,
be right.
that's all I meant.
Because
That's all I
when
meant.
you make that kind of transition
Yeah,
and that kind of high end transaction,
yeah.
there's going to be some ultimatums, and that could have been one of the ultimatums. Even though you stand on, this is the guy we want moving forward,
Yeah.
and that's probably why they picked the Brandon Miller.
Well,
Now,
it ain't no probably to it.
well, okay, there ain't no problem to it.
Ain't
Don't
no
beat me now.
that one. That's the first. Listen to me. See, I don't want
Put your stick back in your pocket and stop hitting me upside the head with it.
Really, I need you to understand this. See, this is gonna be a trivial question 10 years from now. Who picked Brandon Miller to come up on the team? And everybody gonna say, "Hey, Michael Jordan." And everybody gonna say, wrong." And you gonna be the first one to say, "Yeah, Michael Jordan." Yeah, wrong. It wasn't Michael Jordan. It was the new ownership.
I mean, like I said, you can speculate that all you want, but on the surface, we know Michael Jordan made that pick because
Nope.
Michael
On the
Jordan was still
surface,
in charge when that pick was made.
on the surface, Michael Jordan ain't never picked a win in his whole professional career with the ownership.
Oh, so he didn't pick LaMelo Ball?
Nope. He accidentally did that. Come on, Dex.
Okay, then don't say he never. Don't say he never.
He tripped over that one. He tripped.
This is very rare.
He had
I think Kemba Walker was a good pick.
You say that today. Right now today, you say that.
No, even coming out of college, I thought that was a good pick for Charlotte. You know, to bring back some of that Baron Davis memories. He picked Kemba Walker. You know what I mean? That showstopper. Because Charlotte needed a showstopper. Of course, he's not as good as Baron Davis, but, he was a showstopper. He was a champion coming out of college, and he was, a wizard with the basketball. And like I said, I saw him play live. I seen him play my Lakers, and Kobe was on the court. And he did a doozy on the Lakers.
Who, Michael Jordan?
No, Kemba Walker.
Okay, I bet. But I wouldn't argue about Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker, all right.
But that's what I'm saying. That was a good pick for Jordan.
It was all right. Yeah, all right.
It's just that Jordan never surrounded him or had enough faith in him to build around Kemba Walker. That's all I believe.
Would you consider Kemba Walker a great player? Well, one of the greatest? And the matter of fact,
no, he's not no greatest nothing. Kemba Walker's not no greatest nothing.
Okay, then
he was a very good player. Not great.
Let me go right back to this again, because you made a joke about Carmelo Anthony. Do you consider Carmelo Anthony a great player, or ever was a great player?
Yeah. Carmelo Anthony's a great player, yes.
All right, then, will you be giving respect?
Yeah, he's a great player. His numbers speak. The data. Follow the data.
Okay, well then let me just say this. Next time you be speaking about him in derogatory terms like you just did a little while ago about 30
I just mess with Flight. Come on, man. You know that. I know that Flight guy. I know that Flight guy.
Gemini, why don't you join the panel? Why? I don't know where Big Al is.
Yeah. No, Dex, I'm just messing with you, Dex.
Yeah, I just be messing with Flight on that Carmelo Anthony, because I know he's invested in that emotionally. So I try to get Flight riled up from time to time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, mostly I'm kind of drawn to him too, not because I feel sorry for him or nothing like that, because he just took it upon himself to make LeBron James the greatest player in the world, and I thought he should have been.
Dex, do you think Phoenix doesn't get out of the second round that it's a big deal?
It's a total disappointment, and it'll be disastrous for Kevin Durant legacy moving forward. If we do, it doesn't hurt Booker. It doesn't hurt Booker, and it doesn't hurt Bill. But for Kevin Durant to be the status player that he is, and as high as ranking as he is among NBA pundits, it'll be very disappointing and disheartening if they do not get past the second round. But I think Phoenix will get past the second round. For some reason, they will get past the second round this time.
Yeah,
Now, it's either going to be the Lakers or the Nuggets that they will have to face in the Western Conference championship game. I just think Phoenix is ready, and I think they're pissed. They got rid of their pestilence and DeAndre Ayton. They got rid of their stubborn coach in Monte Williams. And now they have somebody down there, Frank Vogel, who have been in a championship and who have managed a lot of alter egos. Being a Laker, that was a hard thing for Frank Vogel. He's been coaching those the Indianas of the world. That's a different dilemma to when you get to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
did,
Not only
did,
you have to be a coach, you have to make it entertaining at the same time.
did,
So I think Frank Vogel learned a lot being a Lakers head coach, and he can take that experience dealing with all those egos
uh,
and deal with the Phoenix Suns, those cactus boys, the kids in the valley.
okay. I'll tell you, hey, he the one that got what's the name? Lakers their last championship. What did they coach? What they
Flight,
Say
if
that
you
again.
still here, Gemini backstage.
Gemini's on. He's here. Gemini's here.
yeah.
Would you say, Uncle Vern? I'm
What
sorry.
what did the coaches they had when they won the last championship? What that Frank Vogel?
Yes, sir. That was Frank Vogel. That's the last championship they won,
Yeah,
the
okay.
bubble championship.
He already
They
got
called
a
it the
ring.
Mickey Mouse,
Right.
the Mickey Mouse party.
No, he got a ring. Yeah, he got a ring. He got a ring. Why they call it Mickey Mouse party? What's the thing?
Because it was in Orlando, in the bubble down there in Orlando.
Right.
That's Disney World.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Disney
don't worry.
World. That's
Yeah.
it. My community is funny, man. We come up with the greatest jokes ever. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Couple things.
But
Yeah,
I
Eh, eh,
was
we be shout out to the people that just they go there. Cause I
yeah.
be
So yeah, I
looking.
think I think Phoenix. No, to be serious though, I think Phoenix have a legitimate shot this year because there's no distractions right now, and I think the main players they have, are happy players.
No, the
Kevin
issue
Durant,
with Phoenix.
Devin
No, no,
Booker,
no, no, no.
and Bradley Beal. All these players are happy. They filthy rich. They happy, and all they need is some Charlie hustles around them, and they'll be all right.
Yeah, the
Nah,
big issue
Phoenix
is
is
they don't have a
championship or
point guard.
bust.
That's the biggest issue.
Well, talk
Oh
about it
my
then, because
God, I
Cameron Payne is
knew
gone.
that was coming.
Talk
I
about it
knew
then,
he was
Spike.
coming. I knew he was coming.
Hey
Talk
man.
about it, Spike. You
Hey,
introduced it.
what's
Talk
up,
about it.
Spike?
Hey,
I knew
first of all,
Spike was coming.
shout out to Flight Sports TV. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the
Yeah,
chat. Flight
that's
Sports, the hegemony of ball talk, the pinnacle of hoop convo. So I'm back in the building, and I gotta say, I mean, Phoenix, they've got everything but the steering wheel. They got the leather seats, the sound system, the touch screen, but no steering wheel. You got to have a point guard, and it's gonna get real interesting when the heat gets turns up the hottest, and there's nobody there to distribute the ball to the right people at the right time. So I do think that's gonna be a knock on them when the fire gets turned up. That's just my opinion, though. You need a point guard.
That I do agree with, but they still are championship or bust because of the way that they attack the trades and actually with the players that they accumulated. They still are championship or bust, and this will hurt KD legacy more than the Nets situation. It really is going to hurt his legacy.
yeah.
So it's going to be you had to go to Golden State, so you had to go to somebody who beat you. Then you left them, and you haven't been able to produce and be a bus driver, as Charles Barkley articulated. You will not be a bus driver.
So, who legacy will be hit harder if they don't win another championship? KD or James Harden if he doesn't win one?
KD,
KD
KD,
definitely. KD. It,
KD.
and it's mainly because of all the talking KD has done. If one thing I can say about Harden, Harden does not talk that much. and the little talking that he does is about other topics, is not literally about basketball. So he tries to stay out of the realm of talking about basketball, which is actually smart. I gotta give that to him. But when it comes to KD wants to be on. If he's not your top two, he wants to be in your top five. If he's if you have any disagreement about the way that he played, he's trying to get you boycotted, blacklisted with all those fake accounts that he have, with having over 10. So I mean, if you're gonna be emotional about your play, you gotta back that up. And I really think the way that they fired Monty was actually sus, because if you look at the statement he told KD during that game about greatness do not what? Shy away from the moment. Then next you look up, this man is fired. But who was he talking to at that time?
Gemini, come on now. We know KD don't shy away from the moment. We seen him come through.
She,
Gemini,
did you
Gemini.
look at that Phoenix game?
Listen, no,
Did you
we're
look
not
at that
talking about.
Phoenix game?
Listen, Listen, how old is KD? 70. Okay,
Man, I
and
don't care if he 90. Did you look at
but
that
listen,
Phoenix game?
hold on,
Did you
okay,
look at that
listen.
last Phoenix game?
Gemini, I
Please.
see. Listen, I see your rendezvous point, and this is why I'm giving you a little backlash. Is
All
because
right.
KD have shown that he can perform in a clutch, and he did it against your boy 2 years in a row.
Just like I said, the way they fired Monty was sus, and they was mad that he got on KD, and it was what? On tape. KD then what? The ultimate coach killer did what? Got him out of there.
Yo, so anytime you lose, anytime you get blown out at home in game 7, 2 years in a row, you got to go.
With the pieces that Phoenix has had, Spike, honestly, they haven't had what they need to get them over the hump. Now, prior to KD getting there, I think they had the punch that they needed. But when they traded for him and they traded all those pieces away, which was a lot of the stepping stones throughout the season that was helping them, aiding them, and everything else. Once they got rid of those pieces for KD, I actually seen the London Bridge coming down, because I was like, they losing at this position. They're gonna lose at this position. I seen those the chemistry actually gone at that point. So now you have KD come there, and what what I feel a lot of people do not put the stress on KD of, every time they trade for him, he doesn't realize as a player he has to now step up even more because of the pieces that they got rid of for him. Regardless of the fact of the matter, because we is the most fans, and this is out of the KD realm, look at him as that mega star, not just a superstar or all star. They look at him as a mega player. So with him not backing up that, because we can all attest that Aiden was not used properly. Aiden's been saying that for years, but I also feel he looks at himself more as a stretch big. So he may be overvaluing himself at that center position. That's gonna be told within the first, I want to say, 25 games of him at Portland. But then but that still doesn't have nothing to do with KD, because KD was not the greatest help defender that he has been in the past with this past playoffs with Phoenix. Regardless of the fact of the matter, he played better help defense as with Golden State than as he played with the Phoenix Suns. He showed more heart with Golden State than he did on Phoenix. So when with Monty getting on him, that's the reason why I don't give Dex that pushback because it actually showed within that series
Okay.
all his flaws, and
Okay.
that's the reason. That's my pushback to what Dex said. I do not give it
What happened to Chris
any
Paul last
difference.
season in the playoffs?
Oh,
He
he's
got
hurt
hurt.
every playoffs. He's hurt
What?
every
He did what?
playoffs. He's
What
hurt
did he do?
every
What happened,
playoffs.
Spike?
He got
He's been
hurt.
hurt every playoffs. What are
Did
you
Spike?
talking about? You're not saying nothing new, Dex.
Listen,
He's
I
hurt
already
every
know. I know your
playoffs.
rendezvous, but I'm not gonna go there with you because I know
He's
you're
hurt
gonna
every
purge,
He
and I
playoff.
don't
on the
want you purging
rendezvous is
right now.
crazy.
Listen,
Wait.
there's
Tell me
only
one
one team.
playoff. Tell me one playoff. Chris Paul has not been hurt. Please, Dex.
Listen,
Please tell me that.
that's despite the point. There's only one team
Oh, night
in
deflected. Night deflected.
2023 playoffs beat Denver twice. Only one team in the series, and that is the Phoenix Suns with KD on the roster. No other team beat Denver twice. And our Lakers didn't even beat them once. Our Lakers, I ain't gonna mention no names that's on that roster, but our Lakers didn't beat them once.
Bruh,
And
I
KD
already
beat them
said
twice
Ham
without
didn't
Chris
coach
Paul.
that right. Wait. I already said Ham didn't coach that right. I've
I'm
I've been
only
on
I'm only just
numerous.
going by the
I've been
data.
on. No, hold up. Wait. I've been on numerous panels, and I have honestly said Ham did not coach that part right.
Okay. I mean,
Other than for that,
if that's the judgment you want to render, cool.
that,
But the
that
data says
mhm,
Nuggets 4, Lakers 0. The
mhm.
data says Nuggets 4, Suns 2. The Lakers, with your boy, is the only team in 2023 playoff series that didn't beat Denver. Every team Denver played in their championship run got at least one victory out of that.
I agree.
The
I
Lakers, 0.
I agree. I've
So
already
let's
said
not
Ham did not
dig
coach
too
that
deep
right.
with Kevin Durant being a strength. Let's not go too deep on that to try
No,
to save face for other players.
man.
I
Okay,
understand that
okay.
agenda.
No. All right. With Golden State, it was a quiet piece. Most analysts would say about KD going to Golden State because it was needed because Golden State know they could not beat Cleveland without KD. Okay, that's fine. I'll give y'all that. But
Gemini.
the
I don't even
2K
know why people
experiment
even
with the
use that.
Knicks,
Listen, that's
but
old
that's
media
the narrative.
narrative.
But that's
That
the
is
narrative
Stephen
that
A.
they use.
Smith leading the band on that
But
because
Dex,
once Kevin
is
Durant
that not
finishes
what
contract,
they use?
Gemini,
Uh-huh.
once Kevin Durant finishes contract, he could walk over to any team across any bridge. He was
But
free to
which
do
one
so.
did he? But which one did he choose?
He could choose anyone he wanted to. He was a free man.
He
Could have
right.
went to Orlando if he wanted to, or he can go to the Golden State Warriors. It
And,
was his choice.
and he say he chose them why?
That's what liberty does for you.
Right. But he say he chose them why? See, I listen to
LeBron
what the players
James.
say.
LeBron James could have chose any team he wanted to go to.
No, Dex, you're
He
deflecting.
chose the Lakers,
What was
right?
the reason? What was the reason why KD said that he chose Golden
We're not
State?
finna get all into these head games. We only said what was the
Oh,
results. The
listen to
results
what the
was
player says. See
the
that.
results was
See,
they
no,
were free to go
no,
where they
Dex,
wanted to.
Dex.
They
Stop
didn't have to
deflecting.
do no
That
roaming
man
and having
said
someone
why he
control their
chose
destiny.
Golden State. No, Dex, don't deflect on me. He literally stated why he chose
It
Golden State,
doesn't even
and that's
matter why.
fine.
Because he
But that's
considered a couple of
fine.
teams. It doesn't matter. He
He,
was free to do it.
but Dex,
And he
you
won.
cannot go against what the player said why he chose them though. I just asked you why did he say he chose them?
That's irrelevant to me.
Then you started bringing up LBJ and this one and that one.
Well, LBG, listen, okay,
I'm only talking about
hold on,
KD.
hold
I'm
on.
only talking about KD. Don't kick a
But
no panic on me right now, man.
and and I'm talking about KD as well, but I'm not going to stay here that long because we want to move on from this. only thing I'm saying is that
Okay, but guess
KD on the roster of the Suns beat the eventual champions twice in a 7 game series. They were the only team in the Western Conference to do that. That's the only thing I'm saying. That you can't treat him like a small fry. That's all I'm saying. Even though
no,
he's up in age
oh,
and he's
oh,
not the KD he
no,
used to be.
no, that was not what I stated. I
Well, I'm gonna treat you
stated
like a
at the
small fry.
beginning. I said championship or bust.
Oh shit! Here come Chance. Here come the
I said
disruptor.
What's up,
said
Big Deck?
championship or bust.
Here
So
come the disruptor. Pretty
I,
soon we gonna
I
get Sky the boogeyman.
so I never said discard them. I said it's a championship or bust, and it's still sus the way that they fired Monty. Spike disagree with me, and that's fine. But I literally said with Phoenix, and I was answering the question that was on the panel at that time. I literally said
Well,
with
Chance is here to
Phoenix,
give
it's
you a little helping
championship or
hand.
bust.
Yeah, because I already said it from the beginning of the I said it from the beginning of the year. Once they got Durant, that they will not win because they got Chris Paul. They will not let Chris Paul win a championship. So that was my whole narrative on that, and I called it from the jump, and I knew it was gonna happen.
He gets hurt every
Wait,
playoff.
hold
So
on.
I don't do
Gemini,
that for.
please, let's move from that. Chance, you're here now, Chance. What do you think was going on in the Eastern Conference? Because your team is from the Eastern Conference, down there in the luscious, lavish spot in South Beach. What the hell is going on, Chance? It's been a shaking
Dex.
in the
Dex.
Eastern
You talking about
Conference.
South Beach? You have to put some more lavatory on that. You have to put that. I want that Dex to come out when you talk about South Beach. Where's that Dex?
South Beach, oh my God.
Hey, Dex, all love, baby, all love. Hey, Flight, I appreciate you like always, fam. Salute, fam. But look, in the East right now, you already know, man. Look, we're gonna dominate this, right? Now they bringing a lot of head honchos from the West because they know that the East is kind of declining when it comes to the stardom, and there's only a couple that's there, right? So I think they're gonna try to kind of measure it out a little bit, kind of even it out a little bit, so that the East gets a little bit of stardom back too.
How they gonna do that? How they gonna do that?
Good question.
Well, where's Dame Lillard right now?
Okay. Okay. What else?
If you look in the Western Conference, you can see there's been a lot of trades, and a lot of the Western Conference players.
So are you insinuating that the Eastern Conference that players are going to get traded to the Eastern Conference soon?
Yeah.
Chance, also remember Damian Lillard get hurt a lot as well now. So because his name on that roster doesn't guarantee no championship presence.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
It don't take a rocket scientist to know Dame is going to get traded to the Eastern Conference.
You said what?
It don't take a rocket scientist to know Dame was going to get traded to the Eastern Conference.
That's not
there was nowhere in the West for him to go.
His name out there. We're just literally throwing his name out there as one of the head honchos that's going to the East now. That has literally been a dominant person in the West.
Yeah, but there was nowhere for him to go in the West.
Well, he can go anywhere in the West. What do you mean?
There was nowhere for him to go in the West.
No, not in the West, man. Not in the West.
Look, if you're an owner, right, and you want to make moves to get Damian Lillard because that's who you want, you will get him regardless if you're in the East or West, right? All I'm just literally saying is that the East Coast Conference is going to need some more love now because LeBron's leaving. I mean, LeBron left. A lot of Eastern Conference teams they have a lot of young players that are not big names right now. You need them to sell. You need these names to sell in your league. So basically, who do you got in the East right now? The Ball. You got Young Melo. I mean, that's it.
Huh,
bro? What?
You talking about for his point guard?
No, I'm talking about as far as who sells.
Trae Young doesn't sell.
What about Jason Tatum? Jason Tatum don't sell.
Does he have one of the top selling jerseys in the league?
I think he's up there a little bit.
Damian Lillard don't have one of the top selling jerseys in the league.
Yeah, but Damian Lillard put in his head honcho years. That's Dame Dime.
But he don't have a top selling jersey though.
It doesn't matter.
But that's
Tatum
what you just used.
Okay, but Tatum is not Damian Lillard yet. Damian Lillard is at the part where he can retire.
Jason Tatum is better than Damian Lillard.
Huh?
Jason Tatum is more decorated and better than Damian Lillard at this point in his career than Dame was at this point in his career.
So one on one, you saying that Tatum
Bro,
is better?
we ain't talking 1-on-1. We ain't playing no 1-on-1 game.
Okay, but see, if you're going teams, then literally Boston has a way better team. So you can literally set up Tatum to be the head honcho to look good at great times, and he doesn't come through for you. But he has the ball in his hand when he needs it. But
That's a
when
good
Dame time,
argument.
but when it's Dame time, it's Dame time. He just takes over.
That's kind of a good argument.
You
doesn't
kind of
need
all
help.
over the place, brother. I ain't gonna lie, man. You're a little all over the place.
What are you talking about? I'm going off of what you were
Oh,
saying.
oh,
Are you
Well-
hearing yourself talk, bro? Like you're literally.
Well, I
saying-
will
you're literally
say
saying
this.
the things. You're literally saying the things. I'm answering what you're exactly saying, and then now I'm all over the place.
Well, I will say this: Miami picked up centers. Then y'all
what-
picked up that guy from UCLA. I think
Tiny pockets.
Yeah, I literally think Miami has the punch to actually not have to play in this year. I got them a six
Well,
or
we have
seven.
the front office. We was just literally.
I
Going
think you're being generous with Miami, Gemini.
Huh?
I don't think
What
so.
you
I
about
think
to
I
do?
think
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Miami.
What
I
you
think
got?
Miami is going to be around the same where they was
Oh,
last season,
man, you
8th
tripping.
seed or 9th seed.
You tripping. Look, ain't nobody hurt this year. We
I-
don't have.
I got
we're
them
not
at
gonna have a
6
bunch
and
of old
7.
Oh
players
my
starting.
God, here go champion. This is Miami trauma.
Look. We ain't gonna. Look, we're not gonna have a bunch of old players starting this year, right? We got a whole new revamped roster.
Okay, who's your revamped roster then?
Look,
Who's
it's gonna
new?
reveal itself. It's gonna reveal itself. Don't worry about it, sir. It'll reveal itself.
Well, I'm not convinced.
Look, well, you're gonna be convinced once we start convincing people when we whooping that, you know.
Okay,
when we do what Miami
okay.
does.
Do you think you're going to be better than Cleveland?
Of course. What?
You wasn't better than Cleveland last season when you had
We had to rely on
better players.
We had to rely literally on two people, Jimmy Butler and Adebayo, and we all know what happened with Adebayo.
Oh, what happened to Tyler Hero, man? You just forgot all about Tyler Hero, right?
What do you mean, Tyler?
He
Man, Tyler was
wasn't
no
healthy.
hero.
He was hurt. He was
Tyler
hurt.
No,
ran.
we're talking about for the
Tyler
season.
Tyler
The
ran.
season.
Look. Tyler ran to be a
Not
hero
the
to
playoffs, the
girl
season.
on South Beach. Tyler was
Shit.
running to drive sea dudes on South Beach with his girl, right? He wasn't.
You
running for
guys only
basketball.
won 44 games last year, and y'all was healthy.
Wait, who was healthy? Who was healthy?
The Miami Heat was healthy.
No, they
They was
wasn't.
healthy.
wasn't Dex.
No, they wasn't, Dex.
No, they
Okay,
wasn't.
okay, hold on. Okay, hold on.
Don't do this.
Who was hurt on the Miami Heat?
Everybody was hurt
Everybody.
every other week, bro.
Everybody
I mean,
was
come on,
hurt.
not like a game or two. I'm talking about significantly.
No.
Nobody. They had no significant injuries throughout the season. No, they didn't.
Hero was hurt. Robinson was hurt.
Robinson don't even play. Don't even tell me about no Robinson.
Hey, Robinson was. Hey, he was looking like Glenn Robinson in the playoffs. I'm joking.
He was forced because Tyler Hero was out. Listen, man, you guys are confabulating. The Miami Heat was fairly healthy through the season. They didn't have no. They didn't have no serious
season in the regular season. Tyler Hero played 67 games. The hell y'all talking
Thank you. Well, where these guys are getting this stuff from? And Tans, how can you co-sign that bullshit?
Was hurt. And then their backup center was hurt.
We ain't talking about no backup, nothing. We talking about starters.
If y'all listen to me, I'm telling
You don't list no backups when you talk about a healthy team.
I'm talking about the older players. I'm talking about the older players, Dex. A lot of our older players had to take, days in and days out. They can't play longevity like that. So that's what I'm saying.
That's the whole NBA. That's why they changed the rule. The whole NBA was doing that. You guys wasn't no one-off. Y'all was part of the club.
Well, look, we got a lot of icy hot in the locker room, right? You know what I'm saying? We got some Jared Tall. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, we got the oldest player in the NBA for the Lakers. What are you talking about?
We was getting old last year. we was popping dentures in and out last year, bro. We was getting a little old, all right?
So, Chance, what do you expect the Heat to do this year? What's the ceiling?
Championship again. No problem.
See? He's not being real.
Wow,
What do you mean? See, wait, hold on.
That's
now
crazy.
the last wait. Purple Baby. The last couple of times I said this, right? Everybody was wow, Chance. And then oh my God, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, it's the Heat in the championship again. Like Champion said.
Oh my God.
Why is
You?
this?
I mean, you're not on crack. You on crank.
I'm cranking up this blunt right now. Yes, that's true. But the point is that when I literally say
It
Please,
was in the Eastern
just take me at
Conference
my word,
Finals.
sir. Just take me at my word. You know my word is bond, son.
Miami is going to take a step back from the 8th seed to the
Why?
9th seed.
Why?
I got them at 6 and 7. I'm sorry.
Why? No, Deck, tell me why we are taking a step back.
Okay.
What is the reason?
Wait. Let me hear from Gemini. You got them at 6 and 7, right?
Yes.
So who's going to fall off? Who's going to fall off where Miami supplants them?
Wait, who is
What
better
team?
than us in the East?
Hold on, champ. Your name ain't Gemini.
Okay. Go ahead, Gemini. My bad.
You have Boston. I think Indiana
Dude,
is
don't go to
gonna
teams that aren't proven.
come.
Don't start naming teams that ain't
I
proven. Hold on,
I
time out.
wait.
Time out. Wait, I gotta
Chance.
be a judge here.
Wait.
Deck, you better be a judge
With
here.
the
You can't
improvement,
just be
with
throwing
the
teams out there that ain't
improvement
Hold on,
certified.
Chance. Let Gemini go real quick.
with the improvement that Indiana did, I think that's gonna push Atlanta down and out. Me personally.
Okay, Atlanta's out. Okay.
So that's why I have them going further. Uh, which I mean the Heat. I got them going further because I think my Atlanta shot themselves in the foot. I really do.
Okay, Atlanta's out. Now you know Atlanta was a 7th seed, right?
Yes.
So
Atlanta was a play-in team. Hold on, Chance. Atlanta was a play-in team, and there was only 1 seed higher than Miami. Okay, so Atlanta's out, so Miami still is in the play-in.
So you tell me you got the Knicks better
so
than us.
far.
You telling me you got Indiana Pacers better than us. You tell hold on.
No, you didn't let me finish my statement before you cut me off, and that's why I just shut up.
You're right.
I said with the improvement of Indiana, because I was actually about to make flight mate. I do not give New York as high as they was last season.
So you got Indiana.
So the Knicks take a step back.
The Knicks kind of take a step back because even
to what
right
seed?
now,
To what seed?
I got them as playing.
Wait, is Juju still there? Wait, Juju still there?
Yeah, he's still there. I mean, the Knicks still have their same team. They didn't have no movement.
The Knicks will be in there, bro. They're not gonna be no playing.
No, I got them as a play-in mainly because they're trying to push their center out of the city right now.
He ain't nothing. No way. He wasn't nothing.
But the primary stars, your primary stars are set in stone, and the guys that got you to playoffs are set in stone.
And y'all are still playing one guy out of position, trying to make him a center, which was the same problem he had as a Pelican, and then as a Laker, then as a Pelican. So I mean that. Who's the only?
Don't get sidetracked. Don't get sidetracked, Gemini. You're losing your train of thought. Don't get sidetracked. Okay, we got the Hawks out.
Did he just
and we got the Knicks.
Randle is playing center.
No, he better not. I mean,
they was playing them at center. They was the ones playing them at center.
Just Chance. What the hell are you
He
talking
just
about?
allowed himself to get sidetracked.
No, they was the one. New York was the ones. Once again, trying to put him at center, and he's not a natural center. He's a power forward.
So what is so what position is that tall dude playing?
Hold on, I'm lost.
Yeah, I know. What position is that tall dude for the Knicks playing?
That's not surprised that you lost, Chance.
Well, I mean, he literally said like we were
he's the back. He's the center, but during the playoffs they was moving more for Randle to play center, and that was the part that shot themselves in the foot.
When they go small ball,
right? So literally, once again, I personally think the Knicks are going to shoot themselves within the season in the foot, and that's going to have them like struggling to go up that ladder. So me personally, I give Miami a up. I have the Knicks slided down. I have Atlanta slided down. So,
what about Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, I think is going to be energized, but I think they're going to be in the play-in at best.
I was going to say Brooklyn ahead of Miami.
So you don't see Charlotte Hornets as a playing team this year?
I have them at 11, Dex.
Oh, 11. Okay. So they're not a playing team.
A little bit higher than that.
Yeah, I personally have them at 11.
So Brandon
Everybody
Miller didn't
else
even give
on
him a
the panel
boost.
had them.
No, but if you look at the,
Actually, that is a
the
boost.
schedule,
No. Actually, that is a boost. But literally, with the problems that I see at the guard position, and
regardless,
them not having a steady rotation, and then with them having a front court problem, I honestly think that I was generous at putting them at 11, but um everybody else on the panel is one person had them at 10 if I remember correctly that day. Somebody had in I think Poke had them at ninth,
I got them.
and and I w- I still have them at 11 off of what I'm seeing. I do think Williams is going to have a better year. I do think me personally, I think Thor is going to have a better year than people have him projected as, but that's just me. Um,
Did you say
If you look at the
Thor?
strength of
Like
schedule,
in
if you look at the
JT
strength of
Thor?
schedule, they have a favorable schedule
yeah,
this
because
year.
exactly what happened to Jones is
You said
especially because
Thor, like JT Thor, the blackest man on planet Earth.
Quit playing,
yes,
quit
You
playing,
I
Dex.
you
I
think
Don't
he's
do
I
going
him
to
like
I
have
that,
think
a
I think
jump
he's
in performance?
yes.
Dex. Don't do him like
Dex,
that,
Dex,
man.
Dex what do you think he's gonna average? Actually, what do you think he's gonna average, Gemini?
Thor?
No,
Three and
yeah,
five.
I want Gemini.
I'm thinking 6 and 5.
What? I said 3
Well,
and 5. You say 6 and 5. Quit playing with
that
me.
ain't
You
that
better
ain't no
quit playing
jump.
with me, man.
That ain't no
I,
jump.
I
That ain't no jump.
That ain't
For
even
Miami, it's a
significant.
jump.
6 points, 5
That is a
rebounds
crawl.
as an
That is a straight
average.
crawl right there. If literally, that is a crawl.
No. I'm saying as an average because I think he's going to get more minutes.
Okay, but
So
even as an average, that's not even a jump. Like
Yeah,
that's a
that ain't a
crawl.
damn thing, man. 6 and 5 ain't nothing.
I
Like,
mean, compared to what he averaged before,
like
I
you
What
can
do you
mean,
sneeze,
average? What do you average before,
and hit one
Gemini?
more shot. Like you can sneeze and really
Listen,
you can
okay,
shard one more
We
shot
get
out the
okay.
game.
sidetracked,
We got.
Dex.
Like
I think
quit playing with
somebody's
me, man.
coming up here. Somebody didn't like that. Oh, that was purple, baby. Listen, JT Thor, right?
uh-huh.
When the Charlotte Hornets was absolutely boo boo,
He was
when
Trash.
everybody was hurt,
Trash.
and there was
Trash.
no Miles Bridges, the dude still couldn't average 2 points a game.
Yeah,
Now with Miles Bridges coming back, playing for a contract, you got Brandon Miller needs minutes. You got PJ Washington playing for a contract. You got Mark Williams inserting himself as a solidified center.
man,
Where
put
the
Melo
hell
right
is
now.
hold
JT
on, hold
Thor
on,
going to
hold
have
on,
an opportunity to make an
That's why I
uptick?
was gonna
hold
say
on,
Thanksgiving. If I'm
hold on,
Dex.
hold on, real
Get him
quick, real
Miller
straight.
quick.
Miller does not
JT
affect.
averaged 3 and 2 last year. So you
I
saying
told
he
you.
gonna jump to 6 and 5?
Yeah, I'm thinking 6 and 5.
Man, get
And
the
that's a
hell out of
jump.
here.
And that's something to
That's a jump
recognize.
though.
And
I
hell
I
no, that's not a
Like
jump.
you can average that.
I
You can average that
I
regularly.
That
I
ain't
Like
even a skip.
He's saying that's something to recognize, JT Thor,
bro,
with
you
all
can
this
average that regularly.
convolution in
You
front
a
of him.
YMCA.
hold on. Let me give y'all the reason why.
He's talking
I
about the
literally
YMCA numbers.
I literally think
Do we really want to hear you explain
oh
him
No, I
my
don't.
jumping from
god.
3 points
If
to
you don't,
five
let me get
points?
that off yeah.
I think he's gonna move into the third position of the power
What?
forward position.
Okay,
And
I
So
love you,
he's
bro.
gonna
and
finally be third string.
Hey, brother, stay
yeah,
up. You know what I
I
mean?
think he
Stay
will
up, brother.
finally
What
Calm
the
down.
be
man?
third
Hey,
string.
let's move on, man. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Him
yeah.
bringing up
Hey, whatever you need, brother.
Gemini, you're
Whatever you
drunk.
Miller
need,
is
brother,
going to
I'm
be
here
a
for you.
shooting guard.
Gemini,
Whatever you
you're
need,
drunk
brother, I'm
right
here
now.
for you, brother.
No,
Because
Whatever
we
you
Miller
need.
is
never
a
seen
shooting
JT
guard.
Thor shoot a layup or a
Hey,
3
can we
footer.
all pray?
He's
Can we all
always
pray
shooting
for my
behind
brother?
the arc, and you expect him to jump.
Hey, can we all
No,
pray for my brother,
I
man?
think
Please.
he's gonna stop shooting those threes
Oh
and
my
he's gonna be
Lord.
in the
Lord.
paint. I
Mhm.
think he's gonna be in the paint.
hmm
I think he's gonna be in the paint more.
Mhm.
JT
Gemini,
Thor
that's
has
one of
got
the worst takes I ever heard you say.
No,
And I heard you say a
Thor's
few
got
of them.
nothing.
I literally say he will improve.
Gemini, stop. Let it go.
So
Let
you
it
are
go, fam.
mad
Hey,
at me for
throw the
saying
soda at me.
wait. So
Throw your,
you're
throw
really
it.
stating that
I'm
you're
not
mad at
mad.
me
I'm not
for
mad.
stating
I'm
that
just
No, be quiet.
I
flabbergasted.
think I think he will improve.
This sound like
And
crazy home talk.
and literally, you brought up Miller, and Miller's a SG slash S F.
I know, but we talking
Wait,
about
wait, 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 wait.
incurring minutes.
Are we talking about Are we talking about space shuttles or are we talking about
No,
shooting guards?
but those minutes will be
You know
there
what,
for
Gemini?
him
Gemini, I'll
because
let you
I
slide
think
with some
Gemini,
of
I'll
the
let you like
minutes.
I'll let
I
you like
think your
play coach.
boy is
I'll let you
gonna
like
be
play
hurt.
coach.
I think your boy is gonna be hurt.
Who, Melo?
No, Haywood. I think he's gonna be hurt, and
We
Bridge
all
is
know he's
gonna
gonna
be
be hurt.
back
We ain't,
at
look,
his natural
ain't
position,
nobody ever put
and then
their season.
PJ is
Ain't nobody ever rested
gonna
their
go back
season
to
on Gordon
starting,
Hayward being healthy.
Now,
and
if
then
you would have
go.
said Nick Richards might have a
15.
uptick year, I can understand. But JT Thor,
Who did he say he did? Wait, what's his name?
No,
Thor?
Rich is gonna be good at his position. Those two
Oh
at
my God.
their 1 and 2 punch, I think they're good.
Big T, let it go.
I
Let
I
think
it
they
go.
think
have
Theo
more problems.
Maladin
Just please let
No,
it
He's
go.
will
gonna
have a
have a
better
jump.
year
Just let it
if
go.
no,
he's still
You
there.
better
Will
let it
have a
Maladin
better
go.
will
year than
average
Let
4
it
points a
go.
game. He's gonna make a jump to
no,
4
JT
points a
Thor.
game.
Man, let it
no.
go. Fam, just let it go. Just let it go.
No, I think
Let it go.
JT though is actually gonna
Just you
have
better let it
a
go.
better
I
year
think you
than
like
what
his
he had
name.
last year.
I think you
Yeah,
No,
bought into his name.
I think the name
nah,
flows. I think the
Because I
name,
think
nah.
that's what
name
happened with
flows.
Michael Jordan. Michael
Yeah.
Jordan bought into this dude named JT Thor. What a hell of a name, right? When you see on a roster, damn, we playing against JT Thor.
But you know what? He better be having a hammer though. The Thor hammer. That could be his whole thing. You know
Nah,
what I'm saying?
Slate.
No,
I mean, he gonna
no.
JT
travel
Thor
I
is
though.
not no good player,
He said
Slate.
he's gonna make a strong jump though. He said he's gonna make a
No, he's
strong jump.
not.
You need a strong hammer by your side to solidify that strong jump.
no.
So that
Yeah,
people know, like,
I
he's not a good player. He's not a good player. He's a G
no, but he
leaguer
said he's gonna
at
make that
best.
strong jump, like Thor will look like Thor would with the hammer.
I'm not mad because he have a roster slot over Jello. I'm mad that Theo Maladin have a roster spot over
You know what?
Jello,
I'm trying to
not
voice what
JT
the
Thor.
idiot did right now.
Theo
I
Maladin.
apologize to myself.
My
But
God, how the hell did he get it?
can we move forward, please? I feel like I just
no,
lost breath.
but I honestly think he's gonna get more minutes
I smoke a
this year.
lot of marijuana, and I ain't never lost this many brain cells
But
smoking
Slade, if
grass.
that's what you think, just remember, keep that same energy.
This is
Yeah, I
tough.
mean,
This is being recorded, Slate. Don't
This
forget,
is
this is
tough.
being recorded.
no,
So when we see
no.
that
I'm
you
the
have
main one that
JT Thor
stand
as a
on all
good
my
role player,
words. I'm
we
Look,
really want to know
I,
what kind
after
of
this season,
role
right?
that
After this season, I
JT
want you
Thor
to come back on
plays.
here
Slate,
when he's averaging
yeah,
2
put
point.
in
hey,
the chat what kind of role
When
that
he's
JT
averaging one
Thor
and a half
plays,
points. Look,
because
when
he's
he's
not
averaging one and a half
impactful at
points
all.
and 2.3 rebounds
I
again,
I think
like
he's
I'm
gonna
look
get more minutes. I
look
think
when
he's
he's
gonna
averaging
get more
even with
minutes,
the more minutes
and I
when
think
he's
it will
averaging one and a half points.
show.
When he's averaging one and a half points with 2.3 rebounds, I literally want you to come back, sit on Dex's little couch, right? I want you to lay down on his couch and let Dex please just try to heal you, all right? Because I don't even know why we still talking about this man. Like he's literally not even gonna play.
I mean, he do look the part. You follow what I'm saying, Chance? You could
Look,
take JT Thor with you in any street in America in the hood, and you might be
look,
good. But when it comes time to fight,
so did the
that's
lion,
when they're
so
going to
did the
figure
lion when I
out,
was running,
oh, this
and
guy ain't all that.
so did the lion on the yellow brick road. He looked like he was hard, right? And then you
Yeah.
start tickling him and you see what
So,
kind of lion he really was, right?
I
So,
got a
hey,
question for Chance.
yes, ma'am.
Where do you have Miami seated at?
My
Like, where do you
purple,
think
purple. Did
where
you
they
ask me
gonna?
that, love?
Where do you have them?
What did I
Where
just
do
say?
you
What did
have
I say earlier? Remember when he said I was delusional? What did I say? Championship.
That's not. I mean, I get where you want them
where
to
do
go,
you
but
have
Okay,
them
you're right. You're right,
seated
purple. You're
is
right,
the
purple. You're right,
question.
purple.
Where do
You're right,
you have
purple.
them
My bad.
seated?
My bad. My bad. I was just focused on championship. My fault. I'm gonna say 4 because we're gonna take some games off. So I'm gonna say we're gonna be the fourth
These guys
seed.
are very crackpots tonight.
Wait, and
Like,
you say I'm high? Okay,
That's what I'm
all
saying.
right,
There's a lot of
wait,
all
crackpots
right,
on the
time out,
panel
wait,
all
tonight.
right, all
Wait,
right.
time out. 2 seconds.
And
Two
you
damn
said
seconds.
I'm
Is
high.
this not the same team that went to a chip? Wait, hold on. Time out. Are we talking about the Indiana Pacers, Miami Heat? Or are we talking about the Miami Heat? Because I believe that was just a team that went to the championship last year and literally went to the play, like literally was about to go to
They
the championship the year before
overachieved,
that.
Chance.
And they literally went to the championship
Miami
the year
Heat
before that. Like, what are
overachieved.
we doing here, bro? You're defending the character
Wait,
of my
wait, wait.
team that is
My
proven to go to
wait,
the
wait, wait.
championships and proven to
Wait,
go
wait,
to
wait, wait,
NBA.
wait. I'm the main one that speak on the golf for the pack. So overall, I have literally stated since the bubble
You were
year.
jumping on the bandwagon, G. I
No,
heard you.
no,
You were
no,
jumping on the
there's no
bandwagon.
bandwagon. Wait,
You
wait,
said, what was
wait.
I thinking?
Let me finish. Let me
Yes, sir.
finish.
Yes, sir.
I have been the main one speaking good of Pat for being the godfather and instilling what he has with Miami but before the bubble year, I've been the main one saying that they have overplayed their contracts, every last one of them,
Why
and
do you
I have
overpay this
been.
every year?
I
If you be
wait,
paying
wait,
it,
wait, wait,
no,
wait,
you
wait,
wait now
wait.
because now you're about to say
I
something.
have
Now
been
you're about to say something
You
that ain't
need to
very
making sense.
name the
happy.
If
players
they
that
overpaid their contract,
overplayed their
I
if they
contract.
overpaid
First
their
of all,
contract, then we wouldn't be going to the championship every other year.
Robinson
With
overplayed.
overpaid contracts, sir. It makes no
They
sense to me.
they overpaid their. I mean, played their contract.
played. Yeah,
How do
PLAYED.
we
Eh,
overplay
eh,
a contract if we're going to the championships and the NBA Eastern Conference Finals every year?
Okay, now you're saying they haven't overplayed their contract, right? So how many undrafted players have Miami had? How
A
many?
plethora. Too many to name.
Yeah, like what does that matter?
You just oh my freaking okay. You just
Oh my
Chances
what?
own
how many?
something,
Uh,
and it
how
ain't
many?
lean.
Jack, don't
How
do this.
many
You know
players?
this guy's circling back. You
How
know this guy's
how
circling
many
around in his ass.
players? What has been the
Chance on
contract
that crank.
dollar value
You better
of
quit, Jack. You know this
Miami?
man ain't
No,
making
no,
no
no,
sense.
no, no. Chance. No,
Been hanging out
I
in
need
National City
no,
too much.
no. Chance. I
Yes,
need you
sir.
to answer this question.
Yes,
What
sir.
has been the average contract of these non-drafted players, sir?
Couple $1 million, man. What does it matter?
So that's not overplaying your contract, sir?
Bro, if I can literally go pay you a couple $1 million and in 2
Yes or
years later,
no?
listen, bro.
Yes or no?
No. Can I explain
Okay.
more?
So
Wait.
so so
Wait.
you're
Don't do that. Can I
saying
explain?
that they should be
No.
played
Don't tell me what I'm
less.
saying. No, don't do this. Don't do that. Don't do it. We are grown men. Don't tell me what I'm saying. Let me tell you what I am saying. How about that part? You asked me something, right? So literally, let
Go
me tell
ahead.
you out of my mouth what I have to say. Don't then
Go
tell
ahead.
me what I'm thinking
Okay.
and imagining,
Okay.
sir.
Go ahead.
Listen,
That's not fair, right?
I'm
No,
about
no,
ready to
Don't
play
no,
do
some
that,
Dex.
right?
music.
Wait.
Okay.
No,
So,
Dex.
like I
Give him a moment, Dex. Give him a
Yeah,
moment,
'cause
Dex.
I'm about ready to play some music.
No,
I'm getting anxious.
come on now. That
no,
makes
Dex.
perfect sense.
Let him go,
Come on, Jack.
Dex.
We know how
Let
it is.
him cook. Dex, let him cook.
Jack
Cause
know me. Look,
I'm gonna show him how
Jack
he
know.
burning,
How am I
not
burning?
cooking.
Wait.
Go
Okay. So let me cook, but don't burn. Look, hey, you got to burn
get to
something
your
to
point.
learn how to cook one day, right? So
Eh,
look,
eh,
my thing is, look, like I said, man, if I can
mhm.
literally pay you a handsome little penny, and then 2 years later I can go get the same player that you are or better, and keep doing that every other year, how? What am I doing wrong? If I'm
So
literally
that's a
saving money,
formula.
if I'm saving money and I'm actually getting results for less than any other team is paying for these great players that you're seeing now that are in the playoffs, people's names, their billboard names now, they were literally nothing when they were in the summer league, when they weren't
Okay, now
Mm.
signed
Dex.
out of the draft.
Okay, now Dex. I just said they overplayed their contract, and he said I was wrong.
How are they overplaying a contract, bro? Like I'm still not getting your I'm not getting your criteria of what you mean by overplaying a
I guess
contract.
he meaning the production they put out on the floor
We're putting
Thank
out
you.
great
warrant them to be paid higher, and this is why they got extensions in other
look.
places.
Do you want these
Thank you.
guys to produce? Do you want these guys to produce mechanical prostitutes like with the playoff
No,
championships
bruh. No,
and rings,
chance,
bro? Like what are we doing here,
chance.
bro?
Stop for a sec. No, chance. Stop for a sec. I literally stated, and Dex can tell you,
If
I've
you gonna
been the
repeat it like I
main
didn't
one.
hear you,
No, Dex. I mean, chance. Hold up, my G. I literally stated this whole time, I've been the main one champion for the Godfather. And I literally stated that he has gotten players to overplay their contract. You said I was wrong.
you're
And
wrong.
then
Why?
right
Because
behind
look,
that,
if nobody else is giving you a contract, if nobody
wait,
else is giving you a contract,
stop for a sec, my G. Stop for a sec, my G. Then right behind that, you came up and said now these players, after being on Miami, are a household name and can go to other teams
after
and
being
get
on
bigger.
Miami.
Exactly. But I just
Okay,
said
wait,
that
hold
with
on. Let's stop
being
right there.
overplayed
Let's
their
stop,
contract.
please, let's stop right here. Let's stop right there, right? How are you overplaying a contract if nobody else wanted to give you that contract, and I literally give you something that you are not even worth yet? You have to play into these
No,
contracts,
they
bro.
did. No, wait. A lot of those players, did not go
Well,
to
I can
good
say it like
teams
this.
to even try out.
Let's
It was
surmise it
at
like this.
Miami, and soon as they
Gemini,
tried out, Pat signed them
Gemini, you
because
just
he
being a
didn't want
little
them to try out
loquacious.
for
You're being a
somewhere
little
else.
loquacious right now. Oh, let's surmise it like this. Okay, let's bring it into a concisement. Listen, would Miami pay those players that they didn't pay previously right now more money?
Are you talking to me or him?
They
I'm
paid
talking to you,
Robinson. They
Chance.
they
Okay,
played
never
Duncan.
Matt
So
Strus.
mind. Go ahead, bro.
Well,
Go ahead.
the contract that Matt Strus played under, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he's worth more now than he was? Okay, that's all he said,
that's
and
all
that's
I
why he got
said, my
paid
dude.
more.
Well, you have to play that. You have to like. I can't
I
literally sit
said
there and
they
say, you know what? You
overplayed
look
their
the part.
contract. I said they overpaid
But
the
I know,
played.
I know.
Gabe
I
Vincent,
get it.
right?
Look, you
Gabe
don't have to
Vincent.
say, please. Wait. Can we get one thing situated? Please just stop saying the same thing over and over like I do, like I have an IQ of 20.
But you
Look,
just said I was a
I
liar,
hear
but
you,
you
bro.
just proved
I
my
didn't say you were
point,
a
my
liar.
dude.
I didn't say you were a liar. I just said I don't agree. Did I say you were lying? Did I say you were wrong? I said I don't agree. Stop putting words in my damn mouth. I hate when grown men do that. Literally,
Okay,
listen to me.
Strus.
Hear what I'm saying first
Would
before
y'all
you
pay
start talking.
Strus?
Bro.
Would
You're
y'all
literally,
pay
you're
Strus?
literally trying to take words out of my mouth like my girl would, right? And you're trying to tell me what I then would think and then say after that. Stop doing
No,
that, man. I feel like I'm
no,
arguing
you
with. I
just
feel like
said
I'm
I
arguing
was
with my
wrong,
chick.
my dude. You
Huh?
just said I was wrong, and these
Okay,
players have
he
produced
disagreed with you.
enough.
Okay, he disagreed with you, Gemini. No problem. We can't fight it. But I want him to explain how he feel that Miami is going to be a fourth seed. How Miami going to be in the Goldilocks zone and host a first round playoff series with the
Okay.
team they got right now. I'm trying to be convinced because he's convinced.
Okay, Dex. Is this not literally the same team we had last year?
No,
No, it's not.
Strus gone, Gabe gone.
Are
No,
we better?
those are key players.
Do you not think that? Wait. Come on now. We hold on.
And
There's literally a
Kyle
lot of
Lowry is
players.
1 year older.
Bro, come on, Dex. Let me get it. There's literally a lot of players out there that could be a Gabe Vincent, right? Gabe Vincent just so happened to be and land in Miami where he could show his talent, right? So kudos to him. I love him. I loved him coming in, right? So no problem. And I'm glad he's getting his money now. And that's what I mean by playing into a contract, not overplaying. You're playing into these contracts, and Miami allows you to do that, to build a name for yourself, to play into better contracts.
Okay, that's a good point. Played into the contract. I like that. That's good
All I
verbiage.
was trying to kill this man, but he kept telling me no. Like anyway, but yes. So, Gabe wouldn't be Gabe without literally Pat Riley and the Miami Heat organization and how we play ball, showing his talents, right? Just like kind of like an Alvarado over there with the Pelicans, right?
Right.
They kind of feeds into how he plays, right? So
It's
it
about
shows
opportunity.
Yes, exactly. So if you're gonna get that, do you know how many people are hungry to play for the Miami Heat and want to show what they can do in South Beach and on television all the time?
Chance, you're kicking the can down the road. How in the hell is Miami going to be the fourth seed with what they got? With what they got, not what you think they're going to have.
No, but what I'm saying is, look, bar injuries, right? Which we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't we? Like, what teams are better than us?
What?
Literally,
You want me to go down the list?
We literally
You want me to roll call with teams is better than Miami?
Please do, because we literally beat every team that you're about to roll call, sir.
Okay. First of all, we're gonna go with Milwaukee. We're gonna go with Boston. We're gonna go with Philly.
Wait, hold on. You said Milwaukee? Yeah, I got their mama number on speed dial.
No, they're still a better team. Y'all beat them last season. We understand.
I don't care if you're a better team, bro. I own you. You could be bigger, you could be stronger, you could be faster.
But you might not even play Milwaukee. It was just matchup.
You said Milwaukee. I didn't say Milwaukee.
I know. I'm just listening to teams that are better than you.
Hey. Don't hedge your bets. You said Milwaukee.
Okay, listen.
Milwaukee, right?
Listen. Milwaukee. Let me finish. Then you can refute and debunk
Go ahead.
or whatever you want to do, deconstruct. But listen, Milwaukee, Boston, Philly. That's 3 right there. Cleveland. That's 4. New York.
Cleveland's still a rookie team. Come on, fam. You talking
listen.
about
We
the
talk.
rookie teams that ain't proven themselves yet?
Can I
Don't go to
finish?
Indiana.
I named
Don't say
5
Indiana.
teams that's better than Miami as we speak.
Don't even think about
As
saying
we
Indiana.
speak, with the subtractions that happen to your
He
roster,
gonna say Indiana.
these 5 teams are better than you.
He gonna say
So there's
Indiana.
no way you're gonna get, according to math,
He gonna say
there's no
Indiana
way
just
you're gonna
to piss
get
me
the
off.
4th seed if 5 teams are better than you. The best you can get is the
Who's better
6th
than me?
seed.
Who's better than me then? Who
I
else?
just named
Who's the
them.
last two? Who's the last two?
No, I named 5. That's more than 4.
No. You only went
Dex
3.
named 5. He
You
named
said the
5.
4th seed. I'm
Cut him
telling you, it's
off
5
on
teams that's gonna be ahead of you.
Wait. Well, who was the 4th? My bad. Maybe I didn't hear one.
Oh, Cleveland. I said Cleveland.
Okay, so you
In New York.
You had no. You see, you just said New York right now. You did not say New York.
That's 5.
No,
That's
he did
5.
say New York. That's when you
Yeah,
cut him
that's
off.
my 15. New York.
I know, but you just added New York right now. When I asked
Just
you,
say you didn't hear me.
No,
I
cut him
said it.
off.
Just say you didn't hear me.
Stop.
Said New
Look,
York.
I don't need cheerleaders. I don't need cheerleaders. I know what I hear.
You
I
cut him
was
off.
calling. I was calling because Dex was wrong. He didn't say 5 yet.
He did
That's why
say
I
New
cut him off.
York.
did.
He never
I
said New
did.
York, man. What are you
I
talking about?
did.
He never
Yes, I
said
He
did,
did.
Chance.
You cut him off.
Purple
Chance,
Baby.
I did.
Purple Baby.
I did.
Purple Baby. Did he say New York?
Yeah, he said New York.
Okay, thank you. I'll go off for what Purple Baby said.
Okay,
My bad,
so
Dex.
the best it looks like y'all could be the 6th seed at best,
Bro, wait.
and that's gonna be a struggle.
Dex. I said my apologies, right? Man, I ain't apologizing for it. God, did you say New York was better than us?
As you currently constructed, yes.
Man, man?
You just lost 2 key pieces of your team, 2 key role players.
Dex, hold on, man. Look. We don't need to be talking around these kids and these children, right? Man,
No, the kids are asleep, man. It's 12:30. It's after midnight. If any kids is up right now, they hood kids.
Hey, Dex, if you don't get your ass in this damn house with this nonsense you talking right now, talking about New York better than that. Man, what's wrong with you playing to these damn people?
I'm telling you, Chance.
What's wrong with you?
As Miami is currently constructed, the New York Knicks is better than you because the New York Knicks have continuity and they were the 5th seed last season. Listen, Chance, please listen to me. They haven't changed anything. They still have every player that was on their team last season.
They only had Cotton. They didn't even have Nudity in the last game. What you mean? They only had Cotton, and he was the little bitty point guard.
Listen, Chance, we only going to follow the data, okay? We're not going to do no conjecturing. Miami was the 8th seed. Listen, Miami was the 8th seed, a playing team last season, fully healthy, coming into the playoffs.
What were we the year before?
Why you keep talking about the year before, man? It's what have you done for me lately?
Oh, wait, hold on.
What the hell wrong with this dude?
Wait, hold on. So injuries don't matter? So injuries and old men.
What injury? You didn't have no injuries going into the playoffs. Y'all was healthy.
I didn't say the playoffs. Wait, I didn't say the playoffs. You said, no, we're talking about throughout the regular season. We're talking about what we're going to be.
Everybody have nicks and bruises. Come on, man.
Dex, don't do that, Dex. I'm talking about my team.
Every team get a headache every now and then.
Dex, don't do that. Dexter, don't you do that. We are talking about my team, sir.
Chance, you've been in National City a little too long, bro.
We are not talking about every other team, sir. We are talking about mine. So
get on back up there on Lincoln, man. You need to be on. You need to hang out on Lincoln.
What, excuse me. What is my motivation? What was my team the year before that, sir? What seed were we in?
Yes. When you look at the records of last season, Miami was an 8th seed.
What year did we blossom?
And they struggled in the last part of the season,
bro. We were just,
and that's why there was an 8th seed, and people doubted them. And they proved everybody wrong. Miami did prove everybody wrong.
Look, we had to rest our old men, our old geniuses, right?
And I told you last season, Chance, that Miami was built for the playoffs. Don't worry, because you was one of the ones that was giving up on Miami.
Lying, sir.
Oh my God! Man, I don't want to get off the stream and go bring up the receipts.
Sir, I was the only person that has ever rolled my team's jock. Nobody has ever rode my team.
Oh, listen, we're not talking about that part. I agree with you. You are a diehard Miami fan. But I gave you reassurance last season when I said Miami was built for the playoffs. Don't worry about the regular season.
Don't you disagree to agree with yourself? Don't you do that with me? Like I said, I was the only one last year when you guys were clowning my team, talking about my team was in the dirt. You guys were clowning, you guys were clowning Butler, you know what I mean? Talking about his hair, you know what I mean? All this stuff. Bro, laughing stock, right? Key, right? Oh, the year before, you guys was just lucky, blah, blah, blah. I told y'all.
The year before?
On flight, I told I'm talking about the year before when we had a great year.
Yeah, well, Boston beat you, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about last season.
So now they beat us. There wasn't no narrative, huh? So we just gonna
Yeah,
let that
Boston
ride.
beat you guys the year before that.
Anyway,
And then you came back and beat Boston.
I'll give you that. But anyway, like I said, sir, either we in the conference championship or we in the championship, sir.
I know, Lamont. This is what Chance do. He come over here with a psychological problems, and then he just purge on the channel.
No, because when you talk to me as if my team is lower than, and you want to bring up the Knickerbockers?
Yeah, they are lesser than. Dang all right, they are. They were 8th seed last year, Chance. Get that into your thick skull. 8th seed.
What were we the year
Don't
before,
forget it.
before injuries? Where were you the year before injuries? You don't want to give me that stat. You don't want to tell me, right?
I don't even know why you want to kick the can down the road, but you know what? Let's move off of that because
you guys were talking about
you done purged enough. You done had your trauma session. Nobody played music, so you got away this time.
Dex,
But now, what we want to know, Purple
really
Baby.
want to see what
Okay.
Kerr Slider is going to do. I think he's putting all his faith in Slider.
Yeah. He's distraught right now. That's all. But Purple Baby, where do you see Miami, Purple Baby?
Tell me again what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. Did you ask me? I'm right here. Like you literally. Hey, Chance,
Okay.
you're putting all
Okay,
your
Chance.
hands on
Hold on one second, Chance. Chance, hold on one second. We get back to you. Purple Baby, where do you see Miami at? With all the shaking going on in the Eastern Conference, where do you see Miami ranking?
Your head on me, Purple.
Stop threatening people.
I agree with your list, Dex. I don't, because they really needed that. They really needed a player like Dame. I'm sorry. Like, no better than 6 or 7. I think I'm praying that they end up 6, but I don't think they will. But 7 is okay. You know, they got to do the play.
Why do you think this, though?
So basically, hold on, Chance. Basically, you're saying you're going to relegate the Miami Heat into the play-in scenario once again.
Yeah.
Okay, but Purple Baby, can I ask you a question?
I think that's generous.
What was our standing? What standing?
I forgot what seed y'all was, but I know y'all made it to the conference finals.
They was the 8th seed. They was the 8th seed officially.
What, 2 years in a row we was the 8th seed?
No, we're talking last season. Come on, man. We're talking about 2 years in a row.
I asked you a question, Dex. I was asking Purple. We were talking about.
And she said she wasn't for sure, and I'm giving her answer.
I know what they was last season. I just don't know what seed they was the season before that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get that out there because Dexter over here trying to basically trying to say my team is like not like less than when literally we were at the top of the.
They are less than 5 teams I named.
We wasn't hurt and we was on flight and y'all was loving my team because we were just marching through teams, right? And like bowling them down, right? You was Chance, you're right, Chance.
It was exciting to watch Miami run through the playoffs. It was exciting to see Jimmy Buckets do his thing.
Dex, you are on audio, sir.
But Dex,
but
not Dex, but Chance. Can you agree? I'm gonna ask you this: do you think, because whatever's gonna happen with James Harden, do you think Philadelphia with just Embiid is worse than Miami?
Wait, with just Embiid?
Yeah.
But Embiid, we already know Embiid can't get it done by himself. He needs a 1-2 punch with him.
So you saying Miami will be better than Philly then?
Of course, we're better than Philly with a Harden and Embiid. So of course we're gonna. I mean, with just an Embiid, we're gonna. Man, and now we got some size down there on the blocks to help out bio. Oh my God! Watch.
But you got Kevin Love is still on the team, right?
Kevin Love is still there.
All I need is Kevin Love.
Kevin Love is mentally dilapidated.
All I need is 7 points, maybe 6-7 rebounds from Kevin Love, and I'm good to go. I don't need Kevin Love to do a lot. I just need him to be smart and tactical out there on the floor when he's playing. I
just don't think that's enough. I'm trying to.
But every year we do this, right?
Purple, they added Thomas Bryant. They added Thomas Bryant also, Purple.
With all of these stars, think about it like this, though, Purple. With all of these stars in the league,
right? Now that helps. Thomas Bryant is a help. That's an asset.
All of these stars playing together on one teams, right? Oh man, you got some of the best playing together. Blah blah. Literally, has that won them anything? No.
I'm not saying that, but I just
What you mean
I
as
just
that?
feel like
Wait, Chance. Hold on. We ain't gonna gloss
Sometimes
over
it's a
that.
no-name guy.
Chance.
Sometimes it's a
We ain't gonna
no-name guy
gloss
from
over that,
Michigan.
Chance.
Or
What
from
do you
North
mean
Dakota
all
State.
these stars playing together haven't won anything? What do you mean by that?
They haven't won anything.
Okay, who are the stars are you talking about, first of all?
Other than Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, what
Well, what
champions
about
have won?
Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry? You forgot that?
Bro, nobody even cared about them.
They
made
all
themselves
stars.
stars.
Come on, Chance, stop it, man.
See, because I hate the super team thing, right? When literally nobody believed in none of these players, bro. Nobody was in the draft talking about Klay Thompson. His daddy was just a tall guy and he's a shoot. Nobody. Everybody's, Steph is small. You're too small for. Nobody didn't care about Steph. Nobody. Draymond Green. Who? Huh? Michigan State. Come on, man. We already know what kind of players they are. They're just rugged, hard-nosed. They don't care. They don't know. But he has one of the best IQs in the league. It's literally how you put these teams together. That's all I'm trying to say. It could be a Steph or a Butler with the hero, with the Adebayo on the block. It could be a Green.
Man, they trying to kick Hero out just as fast as he got there.
All I'm saying, that's all I'm saying. Sometimes you don't need the prime. These stars made themselves stars. I'm talking about these people that got together, that came in the league, they were stars when they came in, and then all of a sudden now they're together and doing all. I'm talking not the guys that.
There's
really
only one or two stars coming every draft, so I don't know where you're getting out all these stars coming into the league.
Had Steph as a star. He had to he was hurt. Remember, they didn't think he was gonna make it in the league. He had to work his way to be who he is. LeBron James came in high school star. Carmelo Anthony star. Even hell, Dwayne Wade even came in a star, coming out of the NCAA tournament. But the one kid, small, not even lanky, a little shifty, but can shoot the lights out.
Hey, hold on, y'all. Can I switch gears one time? Pause. Listen, I want to ask y'all a question in the chat, in the panel. They go for anybody. What do y'all think about the Portland Trailblazers? It seems like they're going all in on Scoot Henderson. How much pressure is on him, coming into this season? What if he doesn't hold up? You've seen him go through some injury issues in the summer league. It's going to be a lot of pressure. They just let Dame go. It seemed like the path is clear for him. How much pressure is on him to succeed this season?
No pressure.
Westbrook type pressure.
No pressure. You're literally in Portland. Nobody really cares. Nobody's even giving you a chance. So they know this is a rebuilding stage. They're going to see if Scoot can rebuild with this team. I don't think there's no pressure at all. Just
what do you think, Purple?
There's a lot of pressure on him and let him build with that team.
What's the question?
The question was about Scoot Henderson, about the Portland Trailblazers going all in on him. How much pressure is going to be on him this season with Dame leaving? It seemed like the path is clear for him.
To me personally, nothing. For right now, he's just a rookie. He needs to figure out his chemistry with his teammates and stuff like that. I don't expect them to even compete for a play-in spot. I just
they got Ayton, they got Jeremy Grant. I mean, they do got some names out there.
Whoa! They got Ayton and Jeremy Grant though.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. He ain't playing with like complete scrubs.
I didn't say they were scrubs, but I mean,
I didn't know that. We're going to rethink this.
And Robert Williams coming off the bench.
Oh, hold on. I have to rethink what I thought.
This team is all right.
It's like,
You acting like we ain't even get into all that. I was gonna save some of that information.
That's a lot of veteran dogs too that can teach them. That's a lot of veteran dogs that can teach them how to be a dog out there.
But they're not going to keep all those people, though. You know that.
No, wait. Let
Purple
get a thought out, man. Let Purple get a thought out.
Go ahead, Purple. I just got to have you right quick.
I think like they're gonna be down there with Houston, Utah. Like you got to understand the teams that might be at the bottom is like the Pelicans, the Clippers, the Mavericks.
Purple, you scared. You scared because you know they're gonna be competing with your team.
Let her get a thought out.
I don't have a team. First of all, I'm just speaking. I'm speaking honestly. When I look at the bottom of the Western Conference, it's tricky. I want to say that I forgot about the Timberwolves. Shit, like you got to understand teams like the Timberwolves, Dallas, We know the Clippers because 9 out of 10 they won't be healthy, but they'll be down there, and even the Pelicans might be down there too. I know Sky
Yo, Dallas gonna be
might not
scary
like
this
that.
year. Yo, Dallas gonna be a team. I'm telling you,
Dallas
look
is
out for
mad because of
Dallas.
what they had to
They
do
gonna be in the
last year.
playoffs.
You're like,
Hey, Fly, you ain't lying though, because Dallas is still mad about what they had to do last year, forfeited like that to LeBron.
right,
Yo,
but
listen,
I don't
I like what I'm seeing from Dallas. They're in the training camp
Man,
together too. Scary.
everybody
Is
look
Uncle Vern here? Is Uncle
Yeah.
Vern still here?
nah,
Oh, okay.
I
no,
keep
we would hurt Burn.
I
I,
keep
Go ahead.
I, I
Timberwolves.
He is, but he's not.
You said what? You said what about the Timberwolves, Purple?
If we really think about how stacked the West is, it seems like the Timberwolves that might miss out, Dallas because they just don't have defense, or big for real.
Okay, name your top. Hold on, Purple. Name your top 10.
West is just that too, man.
In no particular order, I got I was gonna say Dallas, Lord Jesus, Denver, the Lakers.
What?
Denver, Lakers, Phoenix, because I'm thinking San Antonio ain't gonna be there. Dallas,
Really
the Pelicans, the Kings, and it's in no order, by the way. Shit, my mind is going blank. I think Golden State.
Golden State. Hold on, let her go. Let her go. Golden State. That's 7.
Memphis.
9. I mean 8. 2 more.
Did I name Minnesota already?
Yep. You didn't say
No.
Clippers? Yes, you did. Minnesota was one of the first teams she met.
Oh, okay.
And OKC.
Ooh,
So,
Wait, one more.
nice one.
3,
she didn't.
4,
She
5,
didn't
6,
say Minnesota.
8,
I didn't think
9.
she said Minnesota.
She did
My
not say.
fault.
She did not say Minnesota.
I named 11. So the 11 is Denver, Memphis, Sacramento, Phoenix, Lakers, Clippers,
No, she
Golden
didn't say
State.
Phoenix.
Can't let her get her thoughts out, please.
Like I said, Denver, Lakers, Phoenix, Golden State, the Clippers, Minnesota, not OKC, New Orleans, and Golden State.
One more.
You said Golden State twice.
Yeah, you said Golden State already.
Sacramento.
Sacramento. That's 9. One more.
And
no, she said
unfortunately,
Sacramento already. She said Sacramento already.
Oh my God, you guys confusing me now.
Right.
No, she started with Denver and the Lakers, and Chance was the one who said she said
Okay.
that.
Okay, let's clear the aisle for her. Hold on, clear the aisle for her. Okay, everybody, calm down. Give us your top 10 playoff and play-in scenario.
Okay, Denver, Lakers, Suns. Denver, Lakers, Suns. Oof, I don't like this. I'm gonna just start naming random teams. The Pelicans, the Warriors, the Kings, the Grizzlies, even though I think they too small. Memphis. Okay.
You said Memphis and Grizzlies.
You said Memphis.
That's 7. That's 7.
7. And I said OKC, right? And Dallas.
No,
okay, that's 8. That's 8. 9. Okay. One more.
I don't know who the 10th is gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You don't got the Pelicans being the 10th?
You didn't say the Pelicans yet.
Oh, I did say the Pelicans. Okay, my fault.
No, you didn't.
Pelicans.
Okay, Pelicans. Okay.
My fault. I thought I named them already.
Nah, you didn't name the Pelicans.
Yeah, Pelicans. Those is my 10.
Hey, but Purple, man, I thought you was a Pelican fan. When I said something about the Pelicans, you like, I don't got no team. Like, what's going on?
I don't. I got players that I like. Like I like Brandon Ingram.
The way you said it though, was like
I like Kevin Durant, regardless of his foolishness.
Ooh.
I like Devin Booker.
Ooh,
I like
did you hear that tone in her voice? He said, "I don't." Like, oh, golly, what happened to the? What happened? What they do to you?
Nothing.
Yeah, she get real tidy when it gets to the first of the month.
Man, what happened? Oh man, don't do that.
I like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like I like
Purple. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with you and the Pelicans? What happened? What happened?
Nothing went on with them.
They're
I'm just
losers. That's what
worried.
happened. People don't hang on to losers.
Oh,
No,
don't do
it's
that.
not that.
What happened?
To be
Something
honestly
happened.
speaking, I'm like, okay, I see what the Lakers done. Phoenix, you know, they talk heavy. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
And Denver, I see how well they work cohesively and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And I have to understand Denver
That,
got
that, that,
better because Jokic improved steadily throughout the years to where they made it to the finals. And
no,
I'm
they
looking
got better because Jamal Murray actually stayed healthy.
that too. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, obviously Zion, you know, that situation, we've been there all through the summer and done that. And I'm like, okay,
But he
I
in
don't
shape
think
now
they
this
can be
year.
a
He
top
ready this
4
year though.
team.
He ready
I
this
don't
year.
think I don't know. Because
He in
I'm
shape.
looking and I'm like, I
He
think
looking
they'll be
brolic.
better than the Clippers. And I think they can be better than the Kings. But what does that say? Then you got an older Golden State that I think they can
You
be
can't
better
do
than.
that. You can't do that in the West though. See, in the West is different. Like if you was the East, you could say that, right? But when you got the West stacked the way the West is stacked, I mean, that's monsters you're going against. You're not going against peewees. This ain't junior high ball. Like
And
you're
I
literally
understand,
like
and I
you're going all
understand
star
that.
every night.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm honestly looking at myself and I'm like,
But
who
Zion,
I already
Zion,
knew Brandon Ingram.
purple. You see what Zion did to people when he played that year. He literally bullied
Yes.
and dominated LeBron James, any center. It didn't matter who it was. He dominated every
Okay,
single
but we
person that tried to
talking
guard him.
about it's different. Like it's different. Like it's not that I don't believe in Zion no more. I do, but it's just like
He got to prove it
you
to
can
you.
only keep holding on.
He got to prove
Like
it to
he
you.
got to play. That's the
So he got
only
to prove it to you.
thing.
Yeah, he got to prove it to you. I see. He got to prove it to you all over again. That's all. You got to fall in
Now
love with him
we
again.
having a different conversation. Do I think they could be top 4 if Zion come back? Absolutely. I
Okay.
think they can, and I think they can be. They'll knock Phoenix out. You know, and stuff like that. But a
Well,
lot of
Zion's
people,
back.
like I want to believe. Like I believe in Brandon Ingram, but I'm honestly speaking
You know
and
Brandon
saying
Ingram. You know Brandon Ingram.
Ingram
He ain't
is
Durant.
not a number 1 option. He's a good
He's
number
not a
2
Durant.
guy.
Yeah, he's not a Durant. Everybody wants to
He's
compare
not
him to Durant and make him Durant. He's not a Durant.
I never thought he was Durant. I don't know where
No, I'm
people
saying a
got
lot
that.
of that's what everybody compared him to, and I thought that was a false comparison, and they should have stopped doing that because
Yeah,
he's literally
I
he's
mean,
not a killer like Durant.
Gemini, you see the Jazz making it?
wow.
I don't know, man. The Jazz is sneaky though because they just put players around that you don't even think about, and they just ball.
And I think
And that's another playing into your contract.
I don't think this picture was real, but they said what's his name? Marketing. I forgot what country he's from. But evidently
Canada.
he's still serving, but I don't know how real the picture was because it showed him in his uniform.
What, Canadian, right? Any Canadian?
No, he's not Canadian.
Okay.
Lordy Markin is a citizen of the United States, ain't he?
No.
No,
You sure?
no.
I think he came from another country
He's
when
foreign.
he came to college. When he got to Arizona.
Yeah,
You know Arizona always picks them up from the other countries. They pick up them centers, man.
Yeah, that is true about Arizona. Shout out to them because they
They've been doing it forever. They literally started going overseas with that. They literally started that, and the Gonzaga picked it up.
Yeah, I'm like, I just don't know. I don't think, like, I don't see him having.
I think you're just heartbroken. I think you're heartbroken right now, right? Literally, let the
I'm
season
not
start.
heartbroken.
Well, I mean, you're a little upset. You have every right to be, but I'm just saying, I can hear it.
Heartbroken for what?
For Pelicans.
She's not a Pelican.
Yeah,
That's just
like, honest. I'm looking at it honestly. Like,
No, I know, but that doesn't mean you're not a Pelican fan, though. You're just a heartbroken Pelican fan, like I was with the Chargers.
No,
basically.
I'm not. That's what you don't understand.
Oh, okay.
I can name.
she's not even from Louisiana, dude.
I can name most teams starting
And
five.
what team is out of Louisiana? The crawfish, the crawdads, like.
Yep, crawfish. The most stinking ass crawfish.
Exactly.
Cockroaches of the lake.
I might move to New Orleans too. I might move to New Orleans too. So, but yeah, I'll be a Pelican fan in Zion stays.
Anywhere is water in Louisiana, you got crawfish.
But I'm sorry though. I'm sorry, but Pelicans, I got when Zion's back in the lineup, I literally got a rejuvenated Pelican team with McCollum coming back. McCollum gonna ball, and you know McCollum. Look, McCollum probably now he like, look, all right, I'm the head honcho on this one, right? Zion, you right after me, fam. Like I think
No, that's not
it's
true. That's
different now.
not the pecking order.
I think it's different now. I think
That's
man,
Zion team.
man,
No, that's
no, not
Zion team.
no. Zion got to prove it's his team again. He got to prove it, bro. You can't come in 2
Oh,
games, bro, and they literally
well then
take
that's
off
Brandon
34
Ingram
games.
team then. Okay, then it's Brandon
Bro,
Ingram's team.
Ingram already proved that it's not his team, bro. Ingram already proved he can't get it done, right?
Oh my
Literally,
God,
what happened last year? They lost because McCollum didn't take over like he should have took over. He should have told
he
Ingram,
was hurt.
take a step
McCullough was
back.
hurt.
But
Yeah, he was hurt in
towards the end of the year?
the play-in. Yeah,
Oh, I thought he was healthy coming into.
no, he was hurt. He wasn't 100%.
Oh well, I mean, 100% hurt is different.
Yeah, he played, but he wasn't 100%. I forgot what was wrong with him.
100% and hurt is different. Ain't nobody 100% coming into the playoffs, bro.
Yeah, but
Come
I
on
think
now.
his was significant though.
But why when I said when my
But he
Heat
still
team was
played.
significant? Wait, hold on. But why when I said my Heat team injuries were significant, they wasn't significant? Why is his so
No,
significant?
you guys were healthy in the postseason. That's the difference.
Bro, that's the seal of the playoffs, bro.
When the postseason came, you
Bro, it
guys were
doesn't matter
fully
whether you
healthy.
say playoffs or postseason, however you want to use it, that's still the same thing.
You became unhealthy when Tyler Hero got injured the first playoff game.
Stop playing with me, sir. Stop.
But y'all was healthy.
Stop. Now we was unhealthy. So all right, I got you, Dex. My bad.
I mean, you guys had a miraculous run. I mean, it was historic. So
Miraculous run stuff. Every
just
time
accept
we go
that.
on a run, and then it's also miraculous when we beating and like literally washing teams out of the water. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, y'all
Moses.
did good, man. Y'all did good. Kudos. Y'all did good.
Bro, we do it all the time though. Like that's what I'm trying to like get through to you here. Like maybe your mind movies, maybe your head movies ain't working right or something because maybe the projector up there ain't literally rolling all the way.
Y'all went to 2 NBA finals in the last 4 years. I give you that.
And how many and the what?
In the last 4 years, y'all went to 2.
Yeah. Wait. In an NBA championship that we got robbed for another championship that we would have went to. And we know what happened. So I'm gonna say 3 because we got robbed. And
You can't say 3 because it's not 3. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I'm gonna say 3.
We'll say 2 1/4. I mean, we'll say 2 3/4. How about that, dear?
I mean, Jimmy Butler got tired. I mean, he couldn't finish the game.
Nah, man, Jimmy Butler didn't get tired, man. You see, come on, man. We seen what
Yeah,
happened.
he was done, man.
Block,
Jimmy was
bro.
done. Game 7, he was done.
We seen what happened, bro.
He died on the court.
Hey, all right, look, Dex. Me and you know what really happened. All of a sudden, we're up 3-0, literally ready to just go like wash it out the water. And then all of a sudden, LeBron doesn't do his job. So now we have to prolong the playoffs.
Please do not wake up the LeBron fans. Please don't wake them up. They will sleep.
I'm just saying what literally happened.
Don't even mention that name right now.
So now Miami had to do his part and literally take our team further into the playoffs so the NBA can get their money and get their money's worth. Like, okay, but we don't know that's what really happened, though. Okay.
All I'm saying right now, this is my official stance right now. I'm putting some money on Cleveland on the over and under wins. And for Miami, I just believe they're going to be relegated to the bottom of the shuffle. And Boston
I'll give you one
and the Milwaukee Bucks will reign supreme in the Eastern Conference come this season.
Look, Lopez about to start walking on crutches, man. Leave it alone, bro. He's on his way out, bro.
When you got Giannis, Middleton, and Damian Lillard, I don't think Lopez is going to be something that is going to be so instrumental whether you make it or not.
Bro, Damian Lillard, I don't know why people keep on saying Damian Lillard's name like he just be out there just, you know what I mean, taking over game. No, he takes over.
He does. No, Damian Lillard has the ability to take over a game.
In one part of the game he will, but we've never seen him do it in crunch time. Well, that one time when he hit that long
No, stop it. He doesn't send people home. Chance, you're losing this fight.
I said the one time when he hit the long bomb.
No, multiple times.
What?
He waved them off and then flashed at Dame time.
I just said that. I said those
More
young
than
guys.
once, though. More than once. Don't say
In
one
the
time.
playoffs? In the playoffs?
Yeah, in the playoffs.
No, bro.
Yes.
No, bro. You got the wrong team, bro.
Didn't he wave off? Hold on. Didn't he wave off Paul George?
You mean Paul George all by himself, right?
Didn't he wave off Paul George yesterday?
You still talking about the same play over and over. You said the same play 4 times now. And
I'm just actually, did he? I'm just.
in 4 different ways.
You said one time. So let's see if he only did it one time.
Dexter, I already said that play. I don't know how many times you want me to agree with you that I said that play already and that we're both talking about the same play, but it's literally not going to change. It's going to be the same play. We can replay it and it's still going to be the same play.
Okay, didn't he wave off Patrick Beverly?
Huh?
Did he wave off Patrick Beverly?
Did he wave off Patrick Beverly?
Yeah.
In the same series? All right.
No, it can't be the same series.
Dex.
He waved off Paul George with OKC.
He started the wave off on Patrick first.
That's what I'm saying. Patrick was a Clipper, right?
Yes, they was
okay. Paul George was OKC, so that's more than once. That's my point.
Paul George was a Clipper.
Paul George was OKC when he waved him off.
Was he?
Come on, Chance, you losing this fight, bro. Next,
he only played
Purple Baby. What's going on with you, Purple Baby?
No. He only played OKC 1
year. What you say?
Like when we get over to the Western Conference, where do you see Anthony Edwards in the Minnesota Timberwolves? Give us a slot where they're going to finish.
I feel like they're going to be in the play-in. Maybe 7th or 8th, somewhere in there.
You don't think Rudy gonna?
So they're gonna drop then, right? Because last season they was the 6th. Well, no, they wasn't. They was playing, huh?
They was playing. Yep. Yeah.
They was the 8th seed. They was the 8th seed last season. Yeah, that was because Lakers was the 7th seed.
Well, we know why that was.
Why, Chances? You so anxious?
I don't know, sir. I have no clue. I am clueless. That's what I'm idiocracy, sir. I do not know.
Yeah, I just think it's
funny that you say Anthony Edwards and not call Anthony Towns like it's like.
No, we talking about Anthony Edwards.
Towns teams, no matter what Minnesota say, that's Anthony Edwards' team now. But I just like
he ain't did nothing yet though.
But like they not that good. To me,
Anthony Edwards does not care about basketball. He even said he's just now starting to try to like it. Like he's just not liking it.
I understand that.
He's a football player. Like he doesn't really care.
He ain't no football player no more.
I'm just saying those. But some people like look. A lot of people can play dual sports, right? But a lot of people aren't playing the sport they want to play. Like LeBron James really wants to play tight end. Like he really wants to play football. He doesn't really like.
If he really wanted to play football, he would have played football.
He seen that basketball was more lucrative, and
you keep trying to insert LeBron James' name in this conversation, and we trying to eliminate it because we know what that's going to do. It's going to be a never-ending conversation.
Well, I said it in a good context, though, right?
But anyway, Anthony Edwards, since you want to chime in, Chance, how you feel about Anthony Edwards? Do we make the All-Star?
He has to. He hasn't proven himself yet. That's the only thing I'm saying about like why is it Anthony Edwards team already and he hasn't even proved himself in the playoffs.
He's been an all-star already though.
Carl Anthony Towns has proved himself year after year with no help. Like how much more does he have to do here? He's literally getting better and better every year.
So you don't agree that's Anthony Edwards' team?
No, it's not, bro. He's inconsistent. He's a great look. He has great athleticism. He's a great player when he wants to be, but it seems like he wants to take days off when he wants to take days off. And in some games, he'll just come out and just look like he's just like Jordan, right?
Chance, are you trying to tell us that Anthony Edwards is not committed?
Of course, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Dex. He even said it himself out of his own mouth that he likes football more. Like you have to breathe, you have to eat, sleep, breathe basketball, fam. Like you have to be like ready, fuming, ready to kill on the court. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that in him. He just balls out. That's all when he wants to, and then he'll just take games off.
Purple, you see Anthony Edwards making an all-star? You see him taking a step up?
Yeah, I think he can make the all-star team. Absolutely.
But do you agree
But
with
what
my
about taking
assessment?
a step up as a leader for the Minnesota Timberwolves?
I think he could do that also, but he just don't have like he got some talent around him, but it's not like it's not the talent that he needs. It needs to be upgraded like today.
Okay, but do you agree with my assessment of him, or do you think he just needs better talent around him? Period. That's what.
Better talent around him, period. I think individually he's did as good as he can. That don't mean that he don't make mistakes. And as far as shooting the ball outside of the offense, being a shot chucker at times. But as the seasons have went on, his games just went on, he's became better and got some of those things in check. And
It
he,
reminds me of a
from
mental
his
thing.
words, he's going to be in the gym more, pay attention to film more and stuff like that. I think he
Man,
will improve as an
man.
individual player.
Look, I see him basically like how whatchamacallit was like. I mean,
Who's whatchamacallit, first of all?
I just said his name 2 seconds ago. That was my fault, and I
Carl
really lost.
Anthony Towns.
Huh?
You talking about Carl Anthony Towns?
No. I said who whatchamacallit compares who he's compared to in my eyes, and I literally had his name and I said it and then I lost it that fast. So that's my fault. But I just don't think he has the like he doesn't have. He reminds me of Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
Like some games he'll show up and he just look like he's just one of the best out there, and then he just disappears. Like you don't like where did he go? Like he has 20-something points. When? How? Like he's quiet. You don't see that like a lot of games with Minnesota, or do you not? Maybe people don't watch Minnesota like that.
Yes, and that's something that he has to fix, and I think it will be fixed this season. You can say that with every guy around his age. Everybody does it. You got some people that's older than him that do it. Shout out to Paul George.
Man, no. Look, Paul George got you because he got knee. Man, look, man, the way that dude broke his knee, I don't blame him for literally trying to take some time off, and he still doesn't do that. Like, don't do that with PG, man. I hate when people make PG the scapegoat. Don't do that to that man. That dude is an all-star.
Okay, I'll give you another player, James Harden. What's his excuse?
Perfect. He's fat, lazy, and just doesn't care about the game.
I mean, all I'm saying is give Edwards a chance. He will be fine. I think he's going to fix a lot of his issues.
But Purple, I know you didn't compare Anthony Edwards to James Harden in any part of James Harden's career.
That's why I compared him to Mitchell. I mean, I thought
James Harden's been an MVP, scoring leader.
Is he
got records?
Wait, did you say born leader?
No, scoring leader. Scoring leader.
I don't.
You mean fluffing your pillow leader? Fluffing your stats like Westbrook leader?
Yeah, I mean, however you want to categorize it, he led the NBA in scoring.
LeBron started the puffery of the stats.
Why you keep putting LeBron name in our conversation?
Man, I don't know, sir. I apologize again. My fault. It's just LeBron's on my head right now, I guess. The Lakers thing is making me angry. The referees and everything.
I mean, like I said, he's just going through the growing pains. Mitchell is probably finding out that he's no longer number one, anymore.
Purple baby. I think you need to do some more research on that. Mitchell has not figured out that he's not a number one. Mitchell is a number one.
Yeah,
he shouldn't.
You literally.
You better look at his numbers.
I don't care that's the problem.
No, that's not the problem. The numbers indicate what you're doing on your team. Look at his win shares.
That's because Garland was deferring to him. Because
that's the problem. How do you go from the season before having your big man heavily involved in your offense?
And
so
now
when
nothing.
Mitchell comes over there, they're basically non-existent in that offense. Nothing. He cannot, if he wants to be the number one guy for Cleveland, he has to shoot his shots within the offense, and he has to spread the ball around to his other teammates.
Listen, Purple baby, you're speaking without data.
No, you're speaking.
If you go look at the data, his numbers are decent across the board.
But it wasn't decent enough to keep.
To make it look decent, man. But we see what we see in the games. You can make any player to make their numbers look decent, man. I hate when people do that with these numbers. These players are literally padding stats right now. That's literally what they're doing. Like, we know this. We're in the time of era of padding stats. We know this. We've seen it. So
But he led them to the playoffs. This was the first time Cleveland was in the playoffs. So I don't know how long.
Numbers is about money. It's
That's
about
not.
contract.
But here's the problem: it came at the expense
When the
of.
last time Cleveland was in the playoffs? When LeBron James was there, right?
That's true, but it came at the expense of those two.
So
bigs.
2019 was the last year Cleveland was in the playoffs,
But the year
and
before
that was what
but
4 or 5 years ago.
But before that, but the year before that,
And
they
now
started making a climb.
he comes
They
there
were
one
climbing.
season, and they the
already making
fourth
a climb.
seed. They hosted a home court
They didn't really climb. Dex,
playoff game. They
didn't
finished
climb
in the
that high,
Goldilocks
Dex.
zone. What more can you ask?
Dex, they didn't climb that high. They were literally on their way up to where they got to without Mitchell. They were on their way.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have been no fourth seed. I don't care what you say. They wouldn't have been no fourth seed. The best that Cleveland ever did was made
a fourth seed because the whole
listen.
everybody was
The
tanking,
best Cleveland ever did since LeBron been gone was make the play-in game, and they still didn't make the playoffs because they lost both play-in games.
Okay,
One
let me
against
ask you this.
Brooklyn, and the other play-in game they lost
against.
against Atlanta Hawks. So they didn't make the playoffs.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this though. Was Cleveland, just because they made the fourth seed, does that mean? And you're telling me that you think that Cleveland was better than all those other teams that they were ahead of?
Yeah.
That's what you're
including the Miami Heat, yes, if that's what you want me to say. If you was alluding to that, yes, it was better than the Miami Heat for the season, yes.
Hey, I said everybody else, Dex. I said everybody else. Don't you ever.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the reason why Miami. Listen, I'm sick of you, Chance. I'm gonna spank you. Listen, the reason why Miami Heat made it as far as they were because the Atlanta Hawks got eliminated and the Cleveland Cavaliers got eliminated. Those were the two teams that was a bane in your side. You already seen what Atlanta Hawks did to you. They damn near knocked you out of the tournament. You lucky you didn't have to play them again.
Curry. Can we just get this out the way? Trae Young is not Curry. He would never be Curry. He is not the man.
Man, they obliterated your team when they played you one-on-one, head up, mano on mano. They obliterated you.
What is our record against? Hold on. What is our record against Atlanta, sir?
I'm talking about in that play-in game. I don't know what you're talking about in the season. Yeah, that one game that mattered, right? That one game mattered.
Lineup in the game, bro. Like, are you? All right, man. We had the B and C squad out there. Are you serious?
No, you didn't. You had your team out there. We watched that game.
That's it. You keep saying Gabe Vincent.
Listen, you were fortunate, Chance. The Miami Heat was fortunate that
our veterans got
the Atlanta Hawks had to play Philly, and Philly has always knocked them out.
No, our veterans got healthy.
Except that one year when what's your name didn't want to shoot that layup.
Our veterans got healthy later on in the playoffs. That's what helped us, bro.
And Cleveland played New York, and that was like a 50-50 matchup, 4-5.
Our veterans got healthy in the playoffs.
So you got lucky you didn't meet Cleveland. No. You got lucky you didn't meet Atlanta.
Okay, Dex, let me explain something to you. Would you agree prior to Mitchell joining the Cleveland Cavaliers that they played more balanced per the players they had on their team?
I don't know if they played more balanced because I didn't really watch them all year, but I can tell you that Mitchell was very dominant through the regular season. And it was a good combination because now Jared Allen and Evan Mobley don't have to worry about too much scoring from an offensive set.
That's what they wanted. They needed.
Darn it! Can I finish my
no, because your thought
answer?
Is flawed, Dexter. No.
Well, can you destruct it once I put a period to it and not while I'm continuously talking? Good gracious. So rude. Where your decorum at, young man?
Golly gee willikers, Jiminy Criskets. Go ahead, Dex.
So purple. Yeah, so the way that Mitchell allowed Coach Bernie Bickerstaff Jr. to scheme is that he uses big men as roamers, but not too far from the rim. Whereas prior to Mitchell getting there, being a part of that team, those big men had to try to find ways to score, and Bernie had to implement them somehow, some way, and they're really not scorers on that level.
Purple
You
Nets is
know,
not a
and
contender type team.
Laurie had a good season with him, but at the same time, Laurie is not what they really wanted because Laurie don't want to get into the trenches. He just want to be out there playing pretty boy basketball. And so Mitchell is a guy who will get into the trenches and he can score and he's a motivator and he's going to have Allen and Mobley down there defending the restricted area with pride. That's what I liked
But
about Cleveland and how they
about
switched it.
Do you think that Utah? Do you think Utah had a better team when Mitchell was on that team than they do now with the Cleveland team?
Say that again.
Do you think that Utah had a better team with Mitchell than they do?
Well, there was a number one seed, of course. There was a number one seed in the West.
So if he couldn't get it done in the West as a number one seed with a team like Utah, with all those people that they had on that team that was ballers and shooters, right? And they literally had to stop the ball just for Mitchell to literally sit there and dribble and then pass the ball with 3 seconds left when nobody has a good shot, right? He does that all the time, okay? So now when you have younger players that need the ball in their hand so they can literally learn the game and get their shot off, you're taking it out of their hands. You have a front squad, power forward and center, that are very athletic and can shoot and have low post presence. Why wouldn't you want to nurture that talent and utilize that?
to me, okay.
No, I was getting ready to answer this question. First of all, the difference is Mitchell got drafted to the Utah Jazz and they kicked everybody out and built around Mitchell in his skill set.
Correct.
When he went to the Cleveland Cavaliers, that was via trade. So they will have to get personnel to match the skill set of him and Darius Allen. So Darius Garland. So maybe they might have to lose one of the big men to really get it where they want it.
But does that not show the inefficiency of Mitchell? That they literally built a whole team around him.
No, he's a Christian player.
Hold on, just going off what you said, right, with Utah. They built a whole team around
Yeah,
him.
we're gonna finish this conversation tomorrow.
Hey,
We're
Fly, I
gonna
appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, no problem. We're gonna pull back up his flight.
All right, thanks
Flight
everybody.
Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.